About that. There we go. Sorry about that. Must have been silent for a while. But yeah, sorry about that. Um, I was in the middle of setting up. I thought I already set my mic up, but apparently my mic was not on during the time. Yeah. Good thing. I mean, I wasn't saying nothing about nothing. I was just talking to myself. But legit, I was just rambling on about random stuff, so they had nothing to really do. But since I am now on the mic, I might as well say what I gotta say here. This is a tough game. This is a very tough game. It's a very tough matchup. It's an AFC North matchup, and there's so much on the line. There's so much on the line here. As I set myself up to do what I gotta do here. Sorry, I actually decided to come in early today instead of just coming in when the game starts because I feel the need to do so. Because this is it's gonna be an interesting game. It's gonna be a very interesting game, and I feel that this game is going to be a turning point for both teams. Honestly, me personally, I feel like tonight is one of those nights that kind of define the season for both teams. You know, it feels like it's that type of night that's gonna define the season for both the Ravens and the Bengals because of how much is kind of on the line in this situation. Now, I will say this though, Cincinnati has a lot more to lose than we do because Cincinnati tonight, they are fighting for their playoff lives. They are fighting for their playoff lives. A loss tonight could potentially put their season in serious jeopardy. I think if Cincinnati loses tonight, they probably lose out on winning the AFC North. It's way too competitive, and it's not even just a Baltimore thing. With the way Cleveland and Pittsburgh have been able to play, Cleveland's already beaten Cincinnati once. If Baltimore gets the sweep, they're not going to have the tiebreaker over Cleveland. They're not going to have the tiebreaker over Baltimore, and they've yet to face off against Pittsburgh. And their schedule's tough. They gotta face off against Pittsburgh twice. They still got Cleveland at the end of the season. They gotta take on Jacksonville, and Week 17 they're going to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. So it feels like this game here for the Bengals is a must-win for your season. It's a must-win for your season if you're Cincinnati. On the flip side, it's a must-win for Baltimore for an entirely different reason. Now, with Baltimore, there's nothing that needs to be said in terms of playoff chances. Losing tonight does not ruin their playoff chances. It doesn't ruin their playoff chances. But we all know, looking at the AFC, Cleveland 6-3, they beat us on Sunday. Pittsburgh 6-3, they beat the Packers on Sunday. If Baltimore was to lose tonight, they are basically handing over first place to either the Steelers or the Browns. A Ravens loss tonight basically means the winner between the Steelers and the Browns claims first place in the AFC North. And let me tell you something. If Pittsburgh's the one to win that game over Cleveland and we lose, Pittsburgh's most likely going to win this division because they have a very favorable schedule. They have a very favorable schedule, and again, they've already beaten us. So it may end up coming down to the wire where Week 18 could be for the AFC North. It's tough. It's very tough. So this is a game both teams. This is a game both teams got to show up in. It's also been an interesting week if you've been a Ravens or a Bengals fan because it's been radio silence. It's been radio silence. There has been no trash talk this week. You didn't see Bengal fans coming after Ravens fans. You didn't see no one in the Ravens flock coming after the Bengal fans. None of that was happening. Everybody kept to themselves, remained silent, and just waited for this game to come. And I think a big part of that is because both teams understand what's on the line here. Number one, both teams suffered a demoralizing loss. Baltimore had a collapse in the fourth quarter where they blew a double-digit lead, and it cost them against a tough divisional foe. And Cincinnati lost to the Houston Texans. That's a demoralizing loss. It's not like the Texans are a bad team. They look like they could be a playoff team. And C.J. Stroud has found himself into the MVP conversation. But with Cincinnati knowing what's on the line, for them to lose a game like that, it's got to be demoralizing for them. I don't think a single Bengals fan went into that game believing Cincinnati was going to lose that game. They thought the Texans can make it tough. They thought it could be competitive, but there's no Bengal fan that actually sat back and believed they were going to lose to the Texans. But here it is. They lost to the Texans. So both teams suffered tough defeats, demoralizing defeats, and now they got to play 4 days later on prime time in a very tightly contested AFC North, where if you're Cincinnati, you lose, you're probably falling out of the race, and now you got to fight for your life for the playoffs. If you're Baltimore, you're handing over first place to either Cleveland or Pittsburgh. There's so much on the line for both sides, and both teams understand this. So the fans understood it. There's a lot of nerves that came into this game. A lot of fans were anxious. We just wanted to see this game just kick off. Okay, like I said on Sunday, we had to get over that loss really quickly because in 4 days, Cincinnati was going to be here. And guess what? 4 days later, they're here. And it's about to get going at M&T Bank Stadium. So if we don't play our best, and give it our all against a desperate Bengals team fighting for their season, we're going to lose another game. And if we lose tonight, 2 losses in 4 days is huge. In the NFL. And the NBA is what it is. You'll be fine. You got 82 games. But in the NFL, you lose 2 games in 4 days, you in trouble. You in very, very big trouble. So it becomes a very tough conversation to have there if Baltimore was to lose. And it becomes an even tougher conversation for Cincinnati if they were to lose. Because they still have to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers next week. And again, looking at, let me just take a look at both their schedules real quick. Let me pull up Baltimore's first, and then I'm going to pull up Cincinnati. Because neither one of these guys have a favorable schedule. Neither one of them do. So that makes this game even more important. For Baltimore, obviously, after we play this primetime game, we're going to get jumped into another primetime game where we're going to play on Sunday Night Football against the Chargers in LA. Then we have our bye week. We've got the Rams coming to Baltimore. Then we're going to Jacksonville for another primetime game, followed by another primetime game in San Francisco. So we're jumping from Jacksonville to San Francisco in back-to-back primetime games. And that primetime game for the Niners is going to be on Christmas Day. Then you got New Year's Eve where we're playing the Dolphins. And then we got the Steelers, which, depending on how this division goes, Steelers-Ravens could end up being Sunday Night Football, and it could be for the division. So Baltimore does not have an easy schedule moving forward. Losing a game like this could be very harmful for them. The chances of them winning this division goes down dramatically if they lose tonight. Whereas when you look at the Cincinnati Bengals, they're in an even worse situation than we are. And everybody knows it. After this matchup tonight, they've got Pittsburgh for the first time this season. So they got Pittsburgh coming to Cincinnati. That's a tough game. Then they got to head over to Jacksonville. That's another tough game. They got the Colts, who will not be underestimated. You know that game could go any way. We lost the Colts after all, so anything could happen. And they've lost the Texans, so anything could happen. AFC South is looking a lot more competitive than we gave it credit for initially. So that could be an interesting game. The Vikings seem to have found something, so I don't think that's going to be an easy-peasy game for the Bengals. Then you got Pittsburgh again in Heinz Field on the 23rd of December. Then they got to go into Kansas City on New Year's Eve to take on the Chiefs. And then Browns, Bengals on the 7th. That could also potentially be a primetime game. Depending on how the AFC North looks, maybe those two can end up battling. Or it could be a situation where it comes down to a win and we're in type of situation if you're Cincinnati. So if you look at Baltimore's schedule, you look at Cincinnati's schedule, their schedules are not very favorable. They've got to win these type of matchups. The team that's got a favorable schedule is clearly the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got the Browns on Sunday, and then they got the Bengals next week. They got the Steelers this Sunday. They got the Browns this Sunday, and the next Sunday they got the Bengals. After that, they got the Cardinals coming to Pittsburgh. They got the Patriots coming to Pittsburgh. They're heading to the Colts. They got the Bengals again. They got the Seahawks, and then they got us. In terms of difficulty of schedule, you look at it, Pittsburgh's schedule favors them. Pittsburgh's schedule clearly favors them. So They're looking at this matchup and saying, hey, man, if Baltimore slips up, it's over. If Baltimore slips up, it's over. We're going to take over. If that's what you're thinking. If you're a Steelers fan, if you're a Steelers player, anyone on the Steelers is thinking, if Baltimore slips up, we're taking this and we're not giving it back. So, yeah, there's a lot on the line. There's a lot on the line for both sides. There was a lot, and I mean a lot of disappointing feelings from both teams on Sunday. Bengals never thought they were going to lose to the Texans, but they did. We saw the Ravens collapse in yet another fourth quarter, and we're questioning the legitimacy of this team because we don't feel like we can trust them in fourth quarters because they can't hold on to a lead. So Baltimore loses this game. Cleveland and Pittsburgh play for first place Sunday, correct? Absolutely. Baltimore will drop to 7-4. Both Pittsburgh and Cleveland, they're 7-3. The winner of that matchup, if Baltimore was to lose, is going to 7-3, and they take first place. So it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. It's a really, really tough one. So I don't even know what to say, man. I'm just thinking about it right now. Who needs this more? If you're watching this game, who needs this more? Honestly, Cincinnati needs this more than Baltimore. But Baltimore's not trying to give up the division. Nothing's guaranteed. Just because you have an early lead right now does not guarantee you a playoff spot with the way the AFC has been going this year. It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. From a Bengals fan, I respect Ravens. Good luck to you, bro. Same to you guys. Look at this, 7-3. We're 2-2 in the division. Pittsburgh second place, 6-3, 2-0 in the division. Cleveland's third place, 6-3, 2-2. And then you got Cincinnati at 5-4, 0-2 in the division. It is crazy to take a look at this situation in the AFC North. And I predicted this to be the case this year. I told y'all, do not blink and do not overlook Pittsburgh. I told y'all this, and they're right here. Cincy would have to win out. Yeah, if they lose this, they have to win out. They have to go at least 6-1, because maybe at 11-6, Cincinnati might be able to get in. But here's the problem: Cincinnati loses this, they don't have a tiebreaker over Baltimore. They already lost to Cleveland. That Week 18 game could be for a playoff spot for Cincinnati. Right now, Cleveland has the better divisional record than Cincinnati, so they don't have a tiebreaker over them. They've yet to face the Steelers. We'll see what happens there. And then most importantly, they lost to the Houston Texans. They don't have a tiebreaker against the Texans. They don't seem to have a tiebreaker against anybody. So it's very difficult. Either way, guys, the game is on. Baltimore gets the ball first. Offense will be on the field. Here we go, Thursday Night Football. Prepare for this game. In all honesty, I don't care what happens the first three quarters. I'm going to just be here watching, waiting for the fourth quarter. If the Ravens lose, the Steelers lost to Cleveland, would this be a new ranking? Cleveland 8-3, Pittsburgh 7-4, Baltimore 7-4, because I believe they were. Yeah, we would drop to the third seed. We would drop to the number 3 seed in the AFC North because they do have a better divisional record than us. We're 2-2. They would be 2-1 at that point, but again, they would be tied with us. So yeah, everything would change. Cleveland wins, they get first place. Pittsburgh gets second place. We would drop to third place, and Cincinnati would be at the fourth place. Either way, guys, the game is here. 1st and 10. Lamar's going to take the snap here. He's got time. He's going to float it. He's got Mark Andrews, and he picks up a first down. So, yeah, Baltimore's going to have to play 60 minutes of football. Do they have 60 minutes of football in them? That's always been the question. We want to see if these guys have 60 minutes of football in them. It all comes down to that, man. It really does. It comes down to whether or not this team's got 60 minutes of football in them. I don't really care what the Ravens do in the first three quarters. Show me what's going to happen in the fourth quarter, especially if this becomes a tight game. That's what it's going to come down to, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and 10 for the Ravens here. Nice completion to Andrews. Lamar is going to be under center here. He's going to take the snap. They're going to hand the ball off to Gus Edwards like I thought they would. And Gus is going to be stopped. You know, you would assume you would want to give... I remember seeing some people saying, hey, man, I don't know, it was a post on Twitter talking about, hey, maybe they start Keaton Mitchell or something like that. Yeah, no. The Ravens do things their way, so obviously Gus was going to get the start, and he's going to get the majority of the carries. Maybe they'll look to get Keaton Mitchell more involved here. Who the hell knows? But the Ravens do things their own way, and hey, they think they're going to get to a Super Bowl like that. I don't know what to tell you. 2nd down and 9 here for the Ravens at their own 40-yard line. Lamar's going to take the snap here. Lamar's got time. Lamar's going to fire. It's going to be caught by Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers getting past defenders. Zay Flowers going down the sideline, getting into Cincinnati territory. Huge gain for Zay Flowers. Good play there. Good play there. Ravens moving on this opening drive, getting things going in the pass game. Good block by Isaiah Likely. That block by Isaiah Likely got even more yards for Zay Flowers. So Zay Flowers starts this off, first catch of the game for him. He makes it a big play. 1st and 10 here for the Ravens at their own 27-yard line. Lamar is going to carry it himself, and Lamar is going to drop down right there. Pick up about 6 yards. 2nd down coming up here for the Ravens. Opening drive would be great if Baltimore can put some points on the board, but who knows? Either way, they got to play 60 minutes of football. The funny thing about it is I was thinking about this earlier today. What's going on, Simple? I was thinking about this earlier today. In terms of the Ravens. And I was saying to myself, it would be such a Ravens move to suffer an embarrassing loss on Sunday and then have a defining win on Thursday. It's just how the Ravens have been. That's just their culture. And I don't know why that's the case. Lamar's going to hand the ball off here on 2nd and 3. He's going to get it to Keaton Mitchell, and Mitchell slipped right there. So now you've got the first 3rd down of the game. This would be big for Cincinnati if they can make an early stop here and force Baltimore to settle for a field goal. 3rd down and 4 here. It's a 3rd and short situation. Baltimore's going to go quickly here, seeing if they can get something going. Lamar, pressure's coming. Lamar's got space. He can take off and pick up the 1st down there. And Lamar's going to do exactly that. He's going to fall right there. So Ravens get the 1st down inside the red zone. Let's see if Baltimore can finish, if they can cap this drive off with an opening touchdown here. Joe Burrow on the sideline just practicing some throws, getting that arm warmed up because he's going to be out there soon. So Lamar just passed Randall Cunningham for rushing yards all time. So he's 4th. He's 4th all time. Obviously, Michael Vick's number 1. Lamar's going to shatter that at some point. But I'm not going to lie. I knew he would break that in the 1st quarter. 1st and 10 here for the Ravens. Lamar, quick throw. Mark Andrews. Picking up about 10. He's going to be short. I think it's going to be 2nd and 1. And Mark Andrews is down. Man, we can't. And Lamar threw his helmet on the ground. You already know what this is about, bro. This is bad. That did not look. I don't know. He got hit in his head, bro. Oh, my God. I hope Andrews is okay, but it did not look good. Look, I don't know. Did he get hit in his head, or he just got hit in his head, or just landed bad, man? I didn't get a full look at it, but I thought he got hit in his head or something. Ah, great. You know, I'm going to have to go to Twitter to see this, but it just looked really bad. It just looked really bad for Mark Andrews, man. It just looked really bad, man. Oh, my God. It just, oh, my God. Lamar's reaction tells it. I don't know if it was an upper or a lower body. I think it might have been a lower body situation. What is all this? Only the finest game day food that you can eat. There's standing stuffed tacos, yummy taco balls, and enchiladas. Oh my goodness. This just don't look good, bro. We got likely. Yeah, because, like, I mean, that's great to have someone else to utilize, but it was his ankle and it looked like he just. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What happened? Please, Ben. Dude, that guy's free to say whatever he wants. I've already said my piece with him. I got nothing left to say to that guy. If he's out here predicting injuries, that's his problem. I don't know what the injury was. Well, the good news is Mark Andrews is walking off the field, but he is clearly limping. He's done for this game. He's able to walk off, but he is visibly limping. It was the ankle. It was the ankle. His ankle got rolled up badly, man. 2nd and 1. I think the Ravens might have been able to pick up a first down. So it looked like he rolled up his ankle. The defender landed right on Mark Andrews' ankle. So his ankle got badly rolled up and landed on. So he's limping. Now, here's the thing. It's definitely an ankle. Now, I will say this, though. It doesn't make it the worst case scenario if it's an ankle, especially if he's able to get up and move up. Doesn't make it the worst case scenario if it's an ankle. If it's a turn ankle, if it's a sprained ankle, he'll come back from that. Anything more serious, that's where it becomes a problem. 1st and goal, they're going to give it to Gus Edwards, and Edwards is going to break free for a touchdown. And Ravens, on the opening drive, scores a touchdown. Ravens take the lead. Now, definitely happy we scored on the opening drive here. 9 plays, 75 yards, and 4:58 left off. I'm taking off the clock, but all the concerns right now do have to go to Mark Andrews because, again, long-term, an injury to him of all players severely hurts this team's chances. So, it is what it is. Mark Andrews is still limping. It looks like they're going to take him to the locker room. He's still limping. I don't know if it's a situation that's major. But again, the fact that he's walking around and limping makes me believe it's an ankle injury. Extra point is up and then it's good, and Ravens strike first here on their opening drive on Thursday Night Football. So, like, again, the fact that he's able to walk there, he's walking back there. Mark Andrews is walking back there. He's just limping. That tells me it's an ankle. If it was severe, so it's probably an ankle sprain. I'm not a doctor, so don't take my word for it. But it's very possible because the ankle got twisted and landed on, it's probably an ankle sprain. You can still walk with bad damage. Yeah, but again, a lot of times, if it comes to a situation where it is an Achilles, they're not going to let him walk that. Like Aaron Rodgers suffered that Achilles injury, and they did not have him walk back. If you ever see a situation where they got to bring the cart back out, that's a problem. Now again, injuries can be severe. I'm not saying this ankle sprain is going to be minor. This could be a major ankle sprain or something potentially worse. But a lot of the times when it comes to those serious injuries, if it's bad, they're bringing the cart onto the field. If it's still somewhat bad, they're going to bring the cart to take them to the locker room. A lot of times when you get injured, you're not exactly walking into the locker room. So again, we'll get an update about Mark Andrews. We hope it's a situation that's not terrible to the point where it's like, oh, he's done. We hope that's not the case, but it is what it is. Either way, Baltimore score a touchdown on their opening drive. That was a nice opening drive for the Ravens. They went down the field in about 5 minutes, scored a touchdown, and take an early lead. Now it's time for Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals to come out here. This is arguably the biggest game of the season for them to date. Losing this game would be big for Cincinnati. Losing here could severely impact the season. It could severely impact the season. First and 10 here. Burrow, deep drop back here, and Burrow, he's going to step up and he's going to take off, and Burrow's going to be dropped right there. Odafe Owe was able to get to him there, but he was able to pick up about 7 yards here. So second down coming up for Cincinnati. Owe, bro, you got to get to Joe Burrow. I'm sorry. If you right there, you can't let that man escape your grasp and take off. You got to get to this guy. There's no reason you should be sitting back and letting Joe Burrow break out of the pocket and start taking off like that. Y'all got to contain him. 2nd down and 3 here. Probably going to look to hand the ball off here. Yep, a toss to Mixon. He's got a good look to the outside, and he's going to pick up a 1st down. Nice, solid run here by Mixon. 1st down, Cincinnati. Time to use likely? Yeah. Don't we have that 10-day break before we play the Chargers? Absolutely. See, here's the thing. If it's an ankle sprain that's bad, you got a perfect timing for the Ravens in terms of recovery. You got 10 days before you play the Chargers, and then after the Chargers game, you have a bye week. I don't think you're going to have to play Mark Andrews in that Chargers game. No reason to compromise him. If it's severe to the point where he can't come back, just rest him, and we'll see him after the bye week. 1st down and 10 here for the Cincinnati Bengals. Burrow takes a snap, looks towards his right, quick throw. It is caught. And he is dropped right there. And a flag's going to be called on Odafe Owe for a face mask. That is, Odafe Owe misses the sack, and then he causes a face mask right there. Cannot be making those type of mistakes. Cannot be making those type of mistakes. But everyone heals differently. I was back to normal in 6 months. I mean, that's true. Everyone heals differently, but you just never know. It could be longer or shorter. You just don't know. So you can't make a full assessment as to how things are going to go. So, yeah, 15 yards basically puts them into Baltimore territory. In fact, they're in field goal range now. So now it's up to this Baltimore defense to make a stop because, again, they've got to try to set the tone here and do something. Quick throw to Jamar Chase. That ball was a bit too high. Incomplete. Not a great throw. Not a great throw. That was a bit of a high throw. He had to respond like that because Kyle Hamilton was coming with the pressure immediately. 2nd down and 10 here for the Bengals. Cincinnati at the Ravens 35-yard line. Burrow. He's going to take the snap here. Another quick throw. This time he's going to get to Tyler Boyd, and Boyd is going to be dropped after picking up about 4 yards here. 3rd down coming up for the Cincinnati Bengals. Ravens defense trying to make a stop. The tackle was made by Kyle Van Noy. Oh boy, the concerns in this game. 3rd down of the game for the Cincinnati Bengals. Can the Bengals, 3rd down and 7, my mistake, for the Cincinnati Bengals. Can the Ravens defense make a stop, or will the Bengals keep the drive alive? Let's see what happens here. Burrow's probably going to deal with some pressure here. Here we go. Ravens have everybody on the line. You know they're going to back some of those guys into coverage. Timeout, Cincinnati. They were not set. They had to call a timeout. They were not set. Burrow noticed something in the Ravens defense, tried to make an adjustment, but they ran out of time. 1st timeout for Cincinnati used here of the half. They're going to try to get themselves ordered up here. This is one of the things Baltimore's defense does. They try to confuse you. They really do try to confuse you. And it's problematic. They'll throw one thing out there, but they're looking to disguise it, and they're going to throw another thing out there once the ball gets snapped. So they're disguising things as they're constantly doing it. All right, so they have confirmed it. It is an ankle injury for Mark Andrews. He is questionable to return. We don't know what's going to happen. They took him back to the locker room. In all honesty, I don't think he's coming back. But I'm not, even if he could come back, I don't think you want to compromise him, knowing you got 10 days to rest. So here we go, 3rd down and 7 here. Adjustments being made at the line of scrimmage by Burrow. Let's see if he can make the adjustment. Here comes the snap. Burrow has got to fire quickly over the middle. It's almost picked off. Marcus Williams knocks the ball out. Incomplete, 4th down and 7. And Cincinnati's going to have to kick a field goal here. Would have been great if he would have been able to pick it off, but we know Marcus Williams only has one hand. He's got one arm working. Marcus Williams makes the read there and makes that stop with one hand. Y'all know if he could use that other hand, that'd be a pick, but he's only got one hand. So instead, they're going to get a 50-yard field goal here to see if they can put some points on the board for them here. Here comes the kick. Kicks a bit wide. but he's gonna barely squeeze that inside the uprights. It's good. Cincinnati is able to come up with points on their opening drive. It's a 7-3 game here. Why can't he use his other hand? Because he's injured. You don't see that other hand wrapped up? He's playing with like a torn pec or something. He can't use that other hand. He's injured. That arm is virtually useless. He's literally just playing through pain. Anytime he tries to lift that arm up, he's virtually playing through pain. He's compromised right now. He can't use that hand. It was a situation where either he played through the pain or he's getting season-ending surgery. And he said, I'm going to play the game, so he's playing. So he's just been dealing with the rehab. He's just been dealing with rehab for the most part. So far, both offense and defense seem to be doing something here. Credit to both sides, just getting something going early on, trying to see if they can put some points on the board. Baltimore was able to get an opening drive touchdown. Meanwhile, Cincinnati was able to go down the field and score a field goal. It's going to be that type of game all day. So far, both teams on their opening drive were able to move down the field and put some points on the board. Ravens offense getting ready to come back out here. Let's see if they can do something else. It's going to be very tough for them. It will be very tough for them now without Mark Andrews. But with Mark Andrews down, you're going to have to have Isaiah Likely step up and do what he does. We've seen Likely play well when there is no Mark Andrews. But hey, we're going to have to see him show up tonight. We've seen him play well when Andrews is not there. We've seen him play well with Andrews being on the field. Now that he's gone, you got to hope. You just got to hope the man pulls up. You just got to hope the guy pulls up and plays out. How did Rudy Gobert get fined for getting choked out? Because the NBA's soft. I don't know what else to tell you. They don't really find Draymond. Finding Draymond hasn't exactly worked out in their favor. So they just start suspending him, which still hasn't changed Draymond's ways. The best they can do is just suspend him. Finding him and still allowing him to play is not going to work. Suspending him is the best case scenario they have. That's why they gave him 5 games, which is a bit excessive. But they said they gave him 5 games specifically because of his history. But yeah, him choking out Rudy, that's funny. Rudy Gobert got fined for getting choked out by Draymond. It's because, like, when he was trying to break up the fight, his arm got near the neck of Klay Thompson. So because his arm got near, it was like right here. So it wasn't choke out like Draymond, but it was right here. And because of that, they felt like he was part of the issue and they fined him. I don't know which head coaches should be fired. I'm not really looking to talk about any head coaches that should be fired. I have no clue. I'm not really looking to talk about that right now. So no Mark Andrews, which means Isaiah Likely, welcome to the fold, big fella. We gonna need you to show up. Second drive here for the Ravens. Got to continue to put the pressure on. Got to keep going down the field and put some points up. Lamar takes a snap. Lamar's going deep. Lamar has a man. He's got Odell. They cannot connect. Lamar could not connect with Odell. Odell was open. Just couldn't get the connection there. Ah, boy. Hey, that's a... Okay. Just missed them. Gotta get those, man. Gotta look to get those. I saw the trip. I saw the motion there, but it is what it is, man. Sometimes it's just incidental contact. They're going to let that go. Nice stop here on second down for the Cincinnati Bengals. The DB tripped him. Where's the flag? I was looking. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you there, but it is what it is. You know, that's just going to be a miss, and you're just going to have to move on. Ravens now in a 3rd and 14 situation here. That was Great read there. There's nobody really to block on that side. So that was an easy tackle for Henderson. They just free release. Nobody blocked him. And now you're in a 3rd and long situation. Can you find a way to convert on 3rd and 14? Do you got a play call here? What's going on? "12 men on the field by Cincinnati." 12 men on the field by Cincinnati. Run the damn ball. Bro, they just did, and they just ran the ball when Keaton mentioned he got stopped. They literally just ran the ball on 2nd down. They literally just ran the ball on 2nd down, and they got stopped. Cincinnati's defense gifted them 5 yards, so now a 3rd and long situation becomes a 3rd and it's still relatively long, but you got a better chance converting a 3rd and 9 than 3rd and 14. So now they're not backed up in zone coverage. They got everybody at the line of scrimmage. They may look to send some pressure here. They're going to send 5. Lamar is going to get blitzed and sacked. So they sent pressure, and they got to him. I'm talking about 1st down. They aired it out, and Odell was open. And there was some contact there. No flag was called. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you take a look at that play, there was some contact there with Odell and the defender. There was some contact there. But again, in those moments, sometimes they're going to let it play out. Even though there was some contact, I guess there wasn't enough contact to interrupt his route. And they switched from playing zone on 3rd and 9 to just blitzing. And you know this offensive line, especially with no Ronnie Stanley there, is going to get smoked. So punt comes out here, and Cincinnati is going to get the ball. And they're going to get it around their 38-yard line, in fact. So Cincinnati's offense is coming on the field. Lamar's got to start connecting on those deep passes. He put it out there for Odell. There was some contact between Odell and the defender, which is why Odell was pissed off on the sideline. He looked a little peeved that there was no flag there. But again, I don't know if the contact was enough to really impede Odell there. He might have got a bit tripped up. I'm not fully sure. But again, because he kept his feet, it's not going to be a situation. If it was a situation where Odell would have tripped up and fell down, they'd probably throw in a flag because at that point you tripped him up. But there was just enough minimal contact for them to not call that. And yeah, Lamar's got to connect on those deep passes. Even he said it. They're connecting on it on practice. They got to translate it to the game. Absolutely. You've got to be able to connect on those deep passes down the field. So Ravens offense ends up going 3 and out after being unsuccessful and Lamar getting sacked there on 3rd down. So now it's time for the Ravens defense to see what they can do on this drive if they can make a stop and get the ball back to the offense. McCarry going to get ate up all day. They need to get him some help. They probably should start using Patrick Ricard as an extra blocker in these situations. It's just going to be helpful because Patrick McCarry is not going to be consistently winning those matchups. He's just not. You're not going to be seeing it. He's not going to be consistently winning those matchups. So you're going to need to bring some extra protection, especially with Ronnie Stanley not being there. Ronnie Stanley hasn't been playing great, but at least he's been serviceable at times and he's made some stops. He's gotten beaten real bad. We've seen it. But there's also been times where he's made some great blocks. So it is what it is. At this point, you know, with him, his biggest issue is just the health situation. This is the 2nd time he's got injured this season, so, like, what can you do? He got injured in week 1 and then gets injured again. So it's just like, what can you do? Those damn deep passes are pissing me off right now. They're going to keep taking shots. Baltimore wants to get that deep passing game going, so they're going to keep looking to take shots. I don't know if Odell's the type of person you're trying to look for down the field, but, I mean, he was open. You got to hit him. If they're going to look to take those deep shots, you want to at least be able to convert on those. And Odell was there. You know, it is what it is. Or why do people keep saying we have a top 5 O-line? More like a top 5 most inconsistent O-line. They keep saying they have a top 5 O-line because from the... Again, I think it's Pro Football Focus that's saying we've got a top 5 O-line. And again, based on whatever numbers or statistics they run, the Ravens have a top 5 O-line. That's what they have. Also, again, it's hard to really assess this O-line when they're not healthy. Okay, you've had weeks where you've lost both. You've had weeks where you lost both Ronnie Stanley and Tyler Linderbaum. You've had weeks where you've missed both Stanley. Nice stop here on 1st down on the run. But you had weeks where you've missed both Stanley and Morgan Moses. You've missed pieces of your offensive line. We've seen them play relatively well when everybody's healthy. But it's because the injuries that have been happening in the offensive line is tough to assess it. So I guess the assessment that Pro Football Focus is making is when they see this offensive line at full health, at 100%, when all 5 guys are healthy and out there, they take a look at the numbers, and in what they've seen from those numbers, it looks like they're a top 5 O-line. 2nd down and 10 here. Burrow's going to have to call another timeout because they're not set again. That's 2 timeouts utilized here in the first quarter. They're not going to have any timeouts to do anything in the second quarter. Now, the good news is they get the ball back. They get the ball coming out of halftime, so they may not be in a situation, depending on how this game goes, they may not need to be in a situation where they're going to need those timeouts. But it's not good if you're trying to get guys set and confusion's happening, the clock's winding down because the noise is getting there, and then you're forced to take a timeout. It's not good. Am I streaming any game on any Sunday game? Probably. I don't know which game though. I'll probably look into it. And I believe Monday Night Football is Chiefs-Eagles. So I'll definitely be looking to stream Chiefs-Eagles. 2nd down and 10 here. Burrow's going to take the snap. He's looking towards his left. He's going to float the ball. It is incomplete. Chase had it. Chase had it, and he couldn't hold on. I couldn't believe it. He had it in his hand. He couldn't hold on. That was a great throw by Joe Burrow. Of all people, Jamar Chase dropping that pass is crazy. He had it and just couldn't hold on. He's falling to the ground. He couldn't hold on. Jamar Chase was one-on-one here with Kyle Hamilton. He had gotten the route there. Hamilton was right behind him, but Hamilton did good enough to disrupt the pass. Now, okay, I said that was a good throw. It was a little bit behind, but it still landed in the hands of Jamar Chase. He's got to make that catch. He's got to make that catch and hold on. Now you're in the 3rd down and 10 situation. Cincinnati's going to try to get something going. Here comes Joe Burrow. Pressure's coming. Burrow gets swarmed. He's going to get sacked. And that's a 3-and-out here for the Cincinnati offense. So now they're going to have to punt the football. It's Clowney with the sack right there. And now both offenses had a chance to make some plays, couldn't get anything going. And on 3rd down, Lamar got sacked on his last possession. Joe Burrow gets sacked here. So at least both defenses seem to be engaged and they're making plays. It's scary playing in Baltimore in primetime. Hey, man, they at least show up in primetime games. That's a good thing. So they're going to have to punt the football here, and that's going to get it back to our offense. And Devin Duvernay is going to catch that one while taking a knee. So we're going to start this offense up at our own 30-yard line. 7-3 game in Baltimore with 4:10 left to go in the first quarter. Lamar and the offense coming back out there. Let me see. I don't know. Probably going to be a Commanders game if I'm going to be honest here. Knowing this, let me see who the Commanders got to play. Depending on what I get on a Sunday game. It also depends on what's going to be on my television here, which will 9 times out of 10 be, oh God, it would probably have to be Giants and Commanders that I'm going to get here most likely. I don't know. If there's anything else I would want. Again, if I am able to watch Steelers and Browns here, I will probably live stream Steelers and Browns if I'm able to get it here. But if not, it is what it is. I'll definitely be here for Monday Night Football, though. Eagles and Chiefs. I'm not missing out for the world. But you do got some interesting matchups here. But yeah, if there's any 1 o'clock game I would want to watch, it would have to be Steelers and Browns, and I'll see if I can get that. I don't know. But defenses doing something early on in this game, making an impact. But yeah, Jamar Chase has got to hold on to the football. That's a great disruption by Kyle Hamilton, but Jamar Chase has got to hold on to the football. Like, you are right there holding the football. Dude, you can't drop that one. You can't drop that one. You cannot drop that one if you're Jamar Chase. They'll go back to him. Trust me. Oh, my God, I completely forgot. I said I wanted to switch it up here because it's Thursday Night Football. We're wearing the all black. I completely forgot I said I was going to go with the Renegade Red. So I guess I might as well switch to it now. I completely forgot. So, yeah, for the rest of the game, we're going to be rocking this red. Because it's Renegade's red. It's personal. This is a blood war between the Ravens and the Bengals. So we got to have that color that matches with it. So we're going to go with Renegade's red. Yeah, I mean, again, we'll see. If I get Pittsburgh and Cleveland here on CBS, I'll probably look to stream it. If not, it is what it is. I probably won't be. It depends. I don't know. All right, we're back. Oh, never mind. We'll talk. Next Thursday Night Football is Dolphins and Jets? Ain't nobody trying to watch Dolphins and Jets next week. What type of... See, this is... You can just tell the Jets have all these primetime games because Aaron Rodgers was supposed to be here. And now the public is forced to watch so much Zach Wilson because Salah refuses to bench Zach Wilson. So we're just stuck watching that. Either way, we're back in Baltimore here. 1st and 10 for the Ravens offense. Let's see what they can do here on this drive. Still a 7-3 game. Cincinnati's dealing with some early communication issues here. It's loud in Baltimore. It's loud at the bank, and it's causing some disruptions early on for the Cincinnati Bengals offense. Starting off here by handing the ball off to Gus Edwards. Edwards trying to get a little bit of space. He's going to pick up about, he's going to pick up about 2-3-ish yards here. 2nd down coming up for the Ravens. Not going to lie, Macari has been getting cooked. Macari has not been doing well. Who was he blocking at that? Macari is just getting smoked right now. They're going to need to send some extra protection towards Macari's side. This is what you have. Not Macari. Macari. This is what you have Patrick Ricard for. Macari's getting cooked. I forgot. No, Stanley's not there. Macari's at the left side because we do have Morgan Moses back, so he's on the left side here. But yeah, you got to get something here. Either way, Lamar's got to get that off quickly to Gus Edwards because immediately, as soon as Lamar tries to get something going, there's a defender right in his face. Mark Andrews now, yeah, he's officially ruled out for the rest of this game. I just saw the update. Andrews is officially out with an ankle injury. Obviously, there's no reason to compromise him in this game. You're fine. You got 10 days to rest him, and then you got the bye week. I don't think you need to play him until after the bye week. Give Mark Andrews as much time as possible to rest. Do not play him next week against the Chargers unless he's 100%. Give him, he's going to have 10 days to rest. Give him all the rest he needs. I will wait until after the bye week to let Mark Andrews come back and play. That's just me personally. 3rd down and 4 here. Lamar is going to roll. Nothing's here. And he's going to throw it out of bounds. And we got nothing here. And Lamar is down. Oh, perfect. I give up. I give up, dog. I give up. I don't want to watch football anymore. I give up. I'm switching over to the NBA. Because Lamar Jackson's down now. Why is Lamar down? Why is Lamar down? Why is Lamar down? I'm sick and tired of these guys aiming for this. Why are you rolling? What the hell? I'm getting so sick and tired of these guys coming after this man's legs. I mean, and he's holding his legs afterwards. Like Wilson is a menace. What is he doing? Oh, boy. It's dead silent in Baltimore. Bro, is this allowed? They're going to work on Lamar while we get ready for this next set. I have no idea if Lamar going to come back out. But everybody's heart just dropped in Baltimore because Lamar was down. It is dead silence over there. You ain't got no idea what's going on with Lamar. I mean, for God's sakes. Some of these tackles got to be... I'm so sick of some of these tackles, man. I'm so sick of some of these tackles, bro. And there's going to be a flag on the play here, too. What's the flag for? Oh, boy. And Lamar is going to the medical tent. Perfect. I mean, all right. So the Miami Heat. Just throw the damn ball away. I mean, he threw the ball away afterwards, but the problem is when he got tackled, it's like he got tackled, and then the guy kind of got up with his leg and kind of twisted it. Like, what the? All right, bro. So the Miami Heat right now are currently 7-4. In fact, they're playing, I believe they're playing the San Antonio Spurs right now. Let me actually take a look at the score. Miami started the season 1-4. They weren't exactly looking great, but they bounced back. Right now they're at halftime, 60-52 game here in Miami. Miami's looking for the 7th straight win. Let me look at this right now. Bam with 12 points. Jimmy's starting to take things more seriously. 16 points in the first half. Duncan Robinson has really come alive for us. And it feels like that finals performance he had really did a great job in motivating him and getting his confidence up. He's got 11 points so far through the first half. They're going to have to look to finish this off. And we'll just have to see, look to finish this game off. But hopefully they're able to. Now, of course, with the in-season tournament, we have to see. I believe Miami's next opponent is going to be, who is it, the Knicks? Because I think they got the Knicks and then they got the Bucks. So if we want to win this in-season tournament, which apparently Jimmy wants, because he's doing the whole scratching tickets thing. He's like, hey man, I'm trying to win the lottery. If he can't win it via scratch offs, he's gonna win this tournament. All of a sudden, someone told him a tournament's happening. He's like, okay, let me treat this like it's the playoffs. That's all you gotta say to Jimmy. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Miami Heat basketball because I already know the Ravens season's getting ready to end right here. As the Ravens give up a first down run to Joe Mixon. It's just the same old story with the team, bro. I'm already ready to move on. It's November, and I'm just ready to focus on the NBA at this point because I'm getting tired of this always happening to this team. You're just cursed. We're just cursed, dog. You can't try to convince me we're not cursed. You cannot try to convince me we're not cursed. But yeah, I'm just ready for Heat ball. Seriously, Jimmy's got 16 points in the first half. All of a sudden he wants to play. I know okay, you know what? Lamar's back on the sideline in a coat. Hopefully he's okay. I don't know. But we're going to be watching that. That's going to be monitored there. As Jamar Chase picks up another first down. Why not? Why not? Everything already seems like it's just collapsing around Baltimore. Let's add more to the turmoil. Andrews out for the game. Lamar just got nicked up. And it looks like Cincinnati's got a great chance to go down the field and take the lead. I believe they're already in Baltimore territory. So, why not make it worse for us? But yeah, I really like what's going on with Miami. I'm already ready to move on, I'll say this, Chicago, it seems like they're on the verge of breaking that team up. And if that does happen, I want Alex Caruso. I know a lot of people have been saying get Zach LaVine to Miami. I want Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso fits exactly what we're needing. As a Heat fan, nice sack here right there by the Ravens defense to push them back here. Great play by Robinson. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. If there's any player I want to take from the Chicago Bulls, give me Alex Caruso. I think he'd be a perfect fit. Alex Caruso would be a great fit with what Miami does. We could use the shooting, and he's a decent defender. What's going on, Brad? I appreciate you stopping by. So yeah, I want Alex Caruso. Not to mention, a package for Alex Caruso would not be expensive. Whereas if you're trying to go for Zach LaVine, you're going to have to give him a lot more pieces. And I don't even know who I would want to give up in that situation. 2nd and 17. A throw down the field. Incomplete. He just overthrew Jamar Chase. Ain't no way the Ravens just went from having almost 20 in the first quarter to having just one touchdown in the first quarter. I can see how angry you are. Bro, I've moved on to Miami Heat. I'm ready. I'm ready, dog. I'm fully ready. I'm fully ready. Was that not false start? I don't know, bro. Who knows? Hey, bro. I'm already talking about Miami Heat basketball. I'm ready for it, bro. Talk about the Wizards. What is there to talk about? Jordan Poole is terrible. What is there to talk about? This dude ain't got nothing going on for him. I don't know how he goes to Washington and plays like that. You ain't got nothing to say about Jordan Poole. My God, it's awful. 3rd and 17. Burrow, don't force it. Just going to toss it here. And they're going to get a stop. He's kind of in field goal range. So they're going to kick another field goal here. And Lamar Jackson is walking probably to the locker room, and we don't even know if Lamar's going to come back or not. Oh, perfect. So Lamar's jogging right now. I think they're testing to see if he's okay. I don't know if Lamar's going back out there. I think he's going back out there. Yeah, Lamar seems like he's going back out there. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Hey, Cal, I ain't got no anger, bro. I done already moved on, bro. I'm already seeing the early signs of what's finna come. No. I'll just switch over to Heat basketball quickly. I already said it at the beginning of the season. After J.K. Dobbins suffered a torn Achilles, I sat back and said, I ain't doing this for another year. I'm not about to put myself through that emotional stress. The second anything terrible happens, bro, I'm just going to shift. Listen, Miami's balling right now, okay? Jimmy's actually engaged tonight. I don't know why he's engaged tonight, but I appreciate it. Bam, okay, they're back in the second half. Bam's got 14 points. Jimmy's got 16. If they can beat this Nets team, they'll go to 8-4. Taking a look at the Eastern Conference records right now. The standings is Celtics at 9-2. Sixers lost to the Celtics yesterday. That's 8-3. Miami's tied with the Bucks and the Pacers at 7-4. Nets are 6-5. So if Miami can win this game, they go to 8-4. And obviously the Pacers and Bucks aren't playing today. So Miami can temporarily be at that 3 seed. I'm telling you guys, Miami's going to be within the top 6 seeds. Miami's going to be within the top 6 seeds, and we'll just see what happens come playoff time. Though, if we're going to war with the Celtics again, I want Alex Caruso because Derek White is pissing me off. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm done with this team. I'm going to go play Titanfall better. Dude, okay, see, here's the thing. If you're going to say that, stick to your statement. Why do y'all always be making statements and then y'all don't stick to it? I would rather go watch that than watch this. Then go do it. I want to see someone have the guts. Stop watching Ravens games and actually go play your game. I'm serious. Someone that says a statement like that, show me you actually mean business. Don't watch a single Ravens game for the rest of the season. I know you're not going to do that. So if you're not going to do that, what's the point in making that argument? Like, come on, bro. If you got the guts to say it. Like, Simple complains all the time about his Commanders. But I don't think I've seen a moment where Simple said, I'm not watching a single one of these games. Or if he has said it, he just doesn't watch the games. He'll see what happens afterward in the highlights. He's either going to commit all the way or he's just not going to say it in the first place. I don't remember him saying he's not going to watch the games, but I don't know. It's his choice as to whether or not you're watching the games. Oh, you don't watch the games? Oh, then you, again, stick to it. Just don't watch the games. I'm serious. If you're going to say that, have the courage to actually stick with it. Don't just be saying that and then it's going to be like you're going to be here next week complaining about another thing. If you actually mean you don't want to watch the game anymore, don't watch the game anymore. Please don't watch the game anymore. I want to see if you got the courage of your convictions to not watch the game anymore. So Lamar's on the sideline. Looks like he's probably going to play. Going to go back in there. Because I thought he was heading to the locker room. Nah, he was just going to test that ankle out. He was walking back. I'm like, oh, God, he's going to the locker room. He's like, nah, I'm going to just test the ankle. He started jogging in place. He's like, yeah, I look good to go. They're going to kick this field goal, and he's going to miss it. He misses the field goal. Offense is going to come on the field. I don't know if Lamar Jackson's actually going to come out there. I want to see. He may come back out there or not. I got to see. They missed the field goal, so the offense is going to take the snap from right there. I want to see if they're going to actually throw Lamar out there or if it's a situation where they're going to put Tyler Huntley in. Oh, no, Lamar's coming out. Lamar is coming out. So the field goal is no good, and Lamar's coming out for this offense. Lamar, bro, let me tell you something right now. They are targeting your legs. They are targeting your legs. Nobody's going to call anything. These defenders are specifically targeting your legs. They're not even going, you know, you're not supposed to go above the head. You're supposed to be right here. You're supposed to be right here. You're supposed to be right here. You said to Lamar gets hurt, he's back out there. That's cool. Hey, bro, listen, Charles, if you don't want to watch Ravens football anymore, show me you mean business. Don't show up for the rest of the season. Don't say that and then be back here next week crying like a 2-year-old because you don't like what's going to happen. If you don't want to watch, bro, don't watch. Don't watch. Don't be saying something and then you don't have the strength of your conviction. I ain't going to watch anymore because I'm tired of watching Lamar over. Then don't watch. Bro, you said just for this week. You legit said you don't want to watch any more Ravens game. Y'all don't have the strength of y'all conviction. Y'all ain't got the guts to do it. Y'all ain't got the guts to not watch football for the rest of the season after you make a statement like that. Y'all don't stand on business. Y'all don't stand on business. If I'm going to make a statement saying I'm not watching for the rest of the season, y'all not going to see me watch for the rest of the season. I will switch this up and talk about Miami Heat. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm a Heat fan. I can just talk about Heat games. It don't matter to me. If I sat back and said, I'm conceding this season, I don't want to talk about Ravens football no more, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not pulling up for the rest of the season to talk about Ravens games. This jersey going to be hung up, and I got my Jimmy Butler jersey right here. If I said I'm done, you think I'm playing. If I said I'm done, I got the Jimmy Butler jersey right here. I'll make the change. Ain't no flag on that one? All right. I ain't even joking. If I said that I'm going to stand on my business, I got the Jimmy Butler jersey right here. I would not. You can't be coming in every single week. There is a flag on the play. Y'all can't be coming here every single week crying and complaining and be like, all right, bro, I don't watch this. Bro, why are you doing the same thing every week? Stick to your convictions, dog. If you ain't gonna want to watch anymore, don't watch it. Don't be coming here complaining, I don't want to watch anymore. I'm done this week. I'm done next week. Ain't nothing gonna change. You think the team gonna change next week from what they are this week? Come on, dog. Someone show me you got some guts. Switch up. Don't watch a single. If you tired of watching your team, if you are let me see. If you're a Cardinals fan, if you're who else is that? A Panthers fan, don't watch a single game for the rest of the season. Please show me the strength of your convictions. So yeah, it was pass interference on that. I'm surprised the flag did come out. First down and 10 here for the Ravens. They're around midfield. Lamar's gonna take the snap here. Lamar's gonna go deep. Lamar's got a man. Lamar, oh my God, it was a perfect throw to Bateman and the defense makes a stop. Come on. That was a perfect throw by Lamar, but you had great defense to knock it out of Bateman's hands. I mean, damn. It was right there. You know Lamar and Bateman been trying to get this going for a while. That throw was right where it needed to be. It was right where it needed to be. How did he get a hand on that? If he doesn't get a hand on that, that's 6 points for Bateman. Oh. That's a great defensive play. Cincinnati making the play right there. Here comes the blitz. And Lamar is going to have to take off. And guess who got his legs again? Please stop targeting this man's legs. But there's nothing you can do. It's part of the tackling situation. So that's just how it's going to be. And again, this offensive line just keeps getting beat. Please stop running. Bro, if he ain't got a choice. The offensive line's coming from. Bro, either they're going to get his legs when he takes off, or they're going to get his legs when he's getting sacked. There's nothing to do here. You're kind of in a no-play zone here. They're going to go for his legs no matter what, be it staying in the pocket or taking off. They're going to go for his legs here. 3rd down and 8 here. Lamar is going to take off to his right. He's just going to have to fire it. Nothing there. Incomplete. And the Ravens are going to have to punt the football here. Nothing going on, man. I cannot believe that throw was perfect. It was on the money to Bateman. That would have been a touchdown. It was on the money to Bateman, and the defender made the perfect stop right there. Oh, man. That's tough. What's this for? We're missing Ronnie Stanley bad, bro. He's getting no time in the pocket tonight. And it's starting to show. He is getting no time in the pocket. And it is getting worse and worse and worse. Get him down right there. Oh, boy. So let's see what Cincinnati can do. Just like I thought, it was going to be AFC North football. Just nasty, dirty, simple. We're missing Ronnie Stanley bad, bro. I'm telling you, this draft, they need to invest in the offensive line. They got to invest in these offensive lines, bro. It's, man. This is awful. I don't think you're going to get, they're just going to keep sending pressure because this line keeps folding. Bateman has to try to attack the ball a little more. I don't know how much he could have really done in that situation. Lamar put it on the money, and Bateman was right there to make the catch and just walk in for the touchdown. But again, the stop was there because the defender was able to get a hand on it to deflect it. If he doesn't get a hand on that pass, it's a touchdown. That's 6 points. That's just a hell of a defensive play. I mean, maybe he attempts to jump for it, but again, if he doesn't catch that on a jump ball, that could just get batted into the air and picked off. They had a solid run here on 1st down. 2nd down coming up here. The run game has been working for them. 6 carries, 48 yards rushing today. So, obviously, the run game has been effective for them. 2nd down and 4 here. Burrow's probably going to look to... he's going to fake it here, and he's going to roll. And he's going to try to look, but nothing's open. And Burrow's just going to have to dump it off. And he had a receiver there, but the pressure came. He was throwing off an angle. He just couldn't get it to the defender that was right there. Maybe you're able to pick up an extra yard or 2. If you told me 4 years ago the Ravens would accomplish nothing and Lamar gets worse every single season, I think you'd be on something. I mean, if you told me 4 years ago the Ravens would be suffering through injuries in 2021, 2022, and now starting to suffer through injuries in 2023, I'd be shocked. A big part of their failure and their downfall is this team can't stay healthy. I don't care how good of a team you are. If the team is gassed, you're not winning. Perfect example is the 2016? 3rd and 4, he's going to float this ball. You have a receiver right there. Great catch. First down picked up by Hudson. A perfect example is the 2016 Packers. Go back and look. That team was decimated. They were dealing with injuries. They ended up losing Jordy Nelson in the wild card game against the Giants. They ended up losing more players in the divisional round against the Cowboys. Everybody knew once the Packers beat the Cowboys, everybody knew in 2016 the Falcons were going to go to the Super Bowl because you just don't have your talent on the field. They're devastated. When you're suffering through injuries, there's nothing you could do. It's tough to get anything done when nobody is on the field to be healthy enough to help you make an impact. You're just kind of stuck in no man's land. So I don't even know what to tell you, man. You're kind of just stuck in no man's land. You can't progress and can't truly compete because your team keeps losing their best players. There's nothing to say there. It gets difficult, man. It gets really difficult. It's tough, but that's just how sports are, bro. The teams that can stay the most healthy usually go on to be able to win championships. And there's nothing that can be said of that. It's still a 7-3 game here. Cincinnati's had opportunities to try and close the gap or at least take the lead, and they haven't been able to. Offense hasn't done anything since that opening drive. Don't know if they're going to do anything past that. You know, that's what it is. 2nd and 7 here. Ravens defense going to try to make a stop here. Pass over in the middle. It is caught once again. And once again, we are starting to see that the middle of the field has been getting just cooked right now. Well, not entirely, but like they keep attacking the middle. Even with their run game, they're not really running to the outside here. They're just gashing them up the middle. The middle of the field is still kind of being exploited in some cases, and they're gonna have to do a better job in managing that because they can't keep getting beat in the middle of the field. They're not getting beat on the perimeter. They keep getting beat inside. Look, another run up the middle of the field, and they can't make the stop there until like 7-yard picked up. They're soft in the middle of the field. Be it their run defense, be it the coverage in the pass game, they're soft in the middle of the field. And that's a problem. If the Ravens are not able to make a stop in these situations where they're just giving up big runs in the middle of the field and also giving up some pass plays over the middle. With this Baltimore's defense, the way they're looking right now, it doesn't even seem like you have to try to get something going down the field. Joe Burrow just needs to dink and dunk. He needs to dink and dunk. Attack the middle of the field. They're not making stops here. Attack the middle of the field. Because that seems to be the weakness of Baltimore right now, be it the run or the pass defense. The middle of the field is getting exploited. And there's a flag on the play. This might be a false start. Delay of game? Oh, wow. Cincinnati has really had some issues. Cincinnati's hurt themselves so far in this game. Cincinnati has hurt themselves so far in this game. It's a messy game, bro. Both teams just playing desperate right now, and you can tell. Yeah, that would be afterwards. So 2nd and 4 turns into 2nd and 9. And now Burrow's just like, I'm just going to pass. And now they're going to try to set up a screen, but I don't think that's what they want to be doing. You got a couple yards there, that's nice, but you want to look to attack the middle of the field. Chiefs hoping for the Bengals to lose, so it'll be an easy trip to the Super Bowl. Again, this idea that Cincinnati is just this kryptonite that can beat Kansas City because they beat them one time in the playoff, that's not going to work. Cincinnati literally went up there last year, and Kansas City won the game. Chiefs are not sitting back hoping for anyone. Chiefs are not ducking the smoke. A 2-time champion team. They've won 2 Super Bowls in 5 years. They're not ducking the smoke of anybody. They're not. If Cincinnati wants to waltz into their arena, waltz into their stadium in January, they're going to be fine. This idea that teams are just afraid of other teams, that's not really how things work. Over the middle of the field again. They're getting diced up over the middle of the field. This time it's Tyler Boyd. The defense is making no stops over the middle of the field, and it's getting bad. Now you're in the red zone, and Cincinnati's going to have a good chance to take the lead. Nothing's happening here. They keep getting beat in the middle of the field. No one's getting to Joe Burrow here, and he's having time. Again, they're just attacking the middle of the field. Burrow's nothing's happening outside. So now you're getting a switch. Nothing was happening on the outside, so now they're switching it. They're switching it and going to attack the middle of the field. And now Mixon gets a free release on a dump off, and now it's 1st and goal for Cincinnati. So like I said, Cincinnati definitely studied. They had a short week, but they've studied the tape that Cleveland showed them of how you're going to beat this Ravens defense. You slowly water them down. Quick, timely, effective passes, and you continue to throw the ball over the middle. If you try to play the perimeter, you try to go deep, you're not going to connect there. And you're just going to put yourself in a bad situation. These quick throws, these simple throws, and these hits over the middle is what's killing Baltimore's defense. And until you get a change, it's going to be problematic. It's just going to be problematic. It's just going to be problematic. Hey, bro, you can continue to use the refs all day you want. History's not going to care. Arguments can be made in a lot of these games that refs dictated. At the end of the day, you don't want to lose, don't let the refs decide the game. I'm tired of people sitting back and complaining about the refs. The refs are human and they're not going to change. Everybody knows this. How about you don't put yourself in a situation where you could lose? And you bring up the Super Bowl. How about Jalen Hurts doesn't fumble the ball and it gets returned for 6? Stop using the refs as a crutch. You know the refs are Bro, everybody knows how the refs are. They've been the exact same. They have not changed. How about instead of having to rely on the refs or using the refs as an excuse, how about you just win the game? How about you don't put yourself in a situation? How about you don't turn the ball over in key situations? Tired of people using the refs. Tired of people using the refs. These guys are human just like us. And the refs are going to make mistakes. The refs have always been bad. The refs have always made misses. The refs have always had bad calls. Stop using it as an excuse. If you don't want to have the refs end up determining the game, don't be in that situation in the first place. You've had possessions. Don't turn the ball over. Simple as that. You want to bring up the Super Bowl, don't turn the ball over. Jalen Hurts turned the ball over. What else do you want to be said? Tired of people just using the refs as an excuse for everything. Because the refs won them every single playoff game. Sure, the refs are the reason why they're 2-time Super Bowl champions. That's cool. I'm tired of people using that as an excuse every time. It gets tiring, bro. It gets tiring. The refs have been the exact same over the years. We've all had problems with it, even the players. And you know nothing's going to change. Stop letting these games be decided by the refs. Play better. Play better. Make more plays. Don't turn the ball over. Stop using the refs as a crutch. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And touchdown Cincinnati. They're going to take the lead. Queen getting beaten every time. Yep, that's a beautiful drive by them. And now you got to look at Baltimore. What's your response? 5:49 left to go in the first half. Do you have a response? Ravens defense making Joe Mixon look like prime Barry Sanders. Like I said, they can't stop the run. They're getting gashed with these short passes, and they don't have any response for the middle of the field. And Patrick Queen's just getting beat throughout this entire drive. Patrick Queen got beat throughout the entire drive for Cincinnati here. So, again, like I said, you want to use refs for this one, for that, why they got the touchdown drive? I'm not going to do that, bro. Just play better. I'm tired of people always trying to use the refs as an excuse, bro. Just play better. I'm not trying to hear that nonsense. Just play better. Okay, just play better. If you're not in the situation in the first place, you wouldn't have to have the game be decided by the refs. Everybody knows the refs are terrible. Everybody knows, Burrow seemed to have hurt his hand. After he made that throw, it seemed to hurt his hand. I hope he's okay. He might have been a small stinger or something. Either way, I'm tired of people using the refs as an excuse, okay? I'm just tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it, okay? Don't put yourself in that situation. Don't put yourself in that situation. Don't put yourself in that situation. I'm tired of people using the refs. Okay, the refs have always been problematic. Ain't nothing changed. You know what the refs are, and yet you still want to use them as an excuse when a team loses. As if the players don't have issues and already know how the refs are going to be. Don't put yourself in a situation. I've always said this. When you start relying on the refs to win games, you're just going to lose. When you use the refs as a crutch for why you lost the game, you didn't deserve to win in the first place. On passing downs, they can't have Queen and Smith on the field at the same time. Not sure what they're gonna want. Not sure what they can do in that situation. Ask McDonald to mix it up. Ask McDonald to mix it up. That's all I'm saying. Ask McDonald's to mix it up. You gotta look at them. Mix it up. Mix it up. I don't know what else to tell you. Mix it up. Mix it up. Offensive coordinator starting to see the Ravens' weakness in the run game. Again, Cardinals showcased it. The Browns emphasized it. Now the Bengals are just following suit. Until they make a change or a mix-up or adjustment, they're going to keep getting beat. The Ravens have been terrible in the middle of the field. Be it in the run, be it in the pass. There's no reason any running back should be trying to go to the outside against the Ravens front seven. No, run down up the middle. They're soft in the middle of the field. They are soft. They don't make stops in the middle of the field at all. Cleveland showcased that to a massive extent. And Cincinnati's just emphasizing it. I'd rather have Wink's run defense than McDonald's. And I'd rather have McDonald's coverages than Wink. Because Wink, all he likes to do is blitz. And we saw how that just kept getting us cooked. Of course, you want to see the best in the work. You want to take the best qualities from a different coordinator and add it to yours. But I mean, it goes on both sides. You could prefer Wink's running defense, but I would also prefer McDonald's coverages because Wink Martindale loves the blitz. Burrow seemed to have hurt his hand a little. I don't know what happened. Oh, did he land on it wrong? Ooh, I think Clowney kind of hit that hand or something. I don't know what happened there. Either way, it's going to monitor it. Man, both quarterbacks are compromised. Burrow's barely holding on. He's got to wear that little calf thing every single time, and now his hands hurt again. Lamar is over here dealing with ankle things because they keep attacking his legs. Ugh, it ain't looking good. Baltimore, at some point, you got to establish something in the run game. I mean, get something going in the run game. They got to reestablish the run. Cincinnati went on that drive by just establishing the run game. Baltimore's got to get back to that. And they're going to try to do an end around here with Zay Flowers. And Flowers is going to be able to pick up about 5 or 6 yards here. They got to get back to running this football. That's what they do fundamentally. They got to get back to running this football and putting themselves in a position to where it's not a 2nd and long and 3rd and long. And Lamar, bro, if it's not there, just throw the ball away. Live to play another down. You're not always going to get to make the big superhero play. If it's not there, just throw the ball out of bounds. Sometimes it's just better than putting yourself at risk knowing that these defenders are going to come after you. 2nd down and 3. He got 7 on that one. Nice. 2nd down and 3. I'd look to run it again here. Quick throw to Zay Flowers, and Zay Flowers got some space. Zay Flowers got the speed. Zay Flowers going down the sideline, and it's a block. Zay Flowers for the touchdown, but a flag is on the play. It's coming back. A flag is on the play. It's coming back. A flag is on the play. It's coming back. Let me hear what the flag's for. It's coming back. It's coming back. They're going to call hold. Of course they are. Holding on who? Holding on who? On Odell? Yeah, once you grab that jersey, they're going to call the hold. That's a questionable call, but the refs are terrible. I told you, bro, you just got to deal with it. That's a very questionable holding call. That is a very, very questionable holding call. Can't get mad. Got to go to the next play. The refs are going to be the refs. Burrow is dealing with a hand injury, so they're going to get him. Both quarterbacks are compromised in this game. Bro, both quarterbacks are compromised. What the hell is going on? Joe Burrow's going into the locker room right now because he's trying to throw the football. Something's wrong there. Both quarterbacks are compromised. Welcome to the AFC North. Kenny Pickett is whatever he is. The Browns just lost to Deshaun Watson. Lamar's starting to get compromised with these ankle injuries because they keep coming after his ankle. And Joe Burrow's now dealing with a hand injury that's so bad he has to head into the locker room. I mean, what? Welcome to the AFC North where nobody can stay healthy. So now they're going to have to play without Joe Burrow. They're going to have to play without Joe Burrow until they can go get this figured out. He can't move the elbow. He can't throw with the elbow, bro. They're in trouble. That elbow, oh boy, this is bad for Cincinnati. My God, both teams can't stay healthy. Jeez, man, they can't stay healthy. Yeah, they robbed Zay of a touchdown. Just got to live with it. Move on. Go about your day. 2nd down and 9. Ignore it. Hey, refs are going to be terrible however you want to look at it. Don't let it define the game. Move on to the next play. Okay, in every game, people want to cry and complain about the refs. You know they're terrible. What, you think anything's going to change? You think it's going to change next week or the week after? The refs are terrible. What do you want me to, what do you want? What do you want? You think the refs are going to get better anytime soon? They're terrible in every single game. Ain't nothing going to change. Ain't nothing going to change. They've been terrible. They will continue to be terrible. Don't let it define the game. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. Nothing's going to change with the refs. Just move on. Burrow hurt his elbow. I thought it was just his hand. No, it's his elbow. He can't even raise his arm properly. He was trying to throw it, but his elbow, he can't even release the ball. The elbow is hurt. He can't even move it. Welcome to the AFC North. You know, we've been talking about it sometimes about just the Ravens. We've seen that the last couple years with the Steelers and the Browns. They robbed them, though. Bro, it happens every game. Do you know how many teams get robbed every single week? The refs are awful. Nothing's going to change. Move on. You can't stop the pass. You're going to cry. You think the other team's going to sit back and care about a missed call? Obviously, if it went the opposite way, if you're the Cincinnati Bengals, you're happy that call goes your way. But if Cincinnati ends up getting a touchdown and it gets called back folding, Ravens are going to be happy about that too. The refs are always going to be terrible. They've been terrible. They will continue to be terrible. They have robbed so many players of so many highlight plays, and they will continue to rob so many players of so many highlight plays. Ain't nothing going to change. Let it go. Move on to the next play. Don't let it define the game. It's as simple as that. It's not going to change. Sitting back and talking about the refs being terrible, it's not going to change. Because at the end of the day, the final score is the final score. So you can sit back and talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. Ref did this, ref did that. You sat back and had plenty of opportunity with the moments where you could have done something. You didn't do it. People will bring up some of the penalties in the Super Bowl, but ignore the fact that turnovers happened. I always say this, do not let the game be defined by the refs. They're going to make bad calls. They're going to get misses. They're going to rob players. They've been doing it for decades now. Nothing's going to change, bro. It's not going to change. Nothing's going to change. Move on. Let it go. Ain't nothing going to change. The sooner we realize it, the better. Oh, wow. Miami is up 86-73. Hopefully they can put this game away. Bridges at 18. Claxton at 12. Lonnie Walker at 17. Let's go. Jimmy Butler's got 31 points. Apparently Jimmy Butler showed up to play today. Okay, that's cool. So Jimmy Butler showed up to play today. I wonder if Burrow's injury is Tommy John related. It reminds me of Purdy's last year not being able to grip a football and lift his elbow. We better hope it's nothing severe if you're Cincinnati. 2nd and 9. Gonna fire it, get it to Gus. Gonna be caught. Couple yards picked up. 3rd down coming up here for the Ravens. At the end of the day, you just move on to the next play, man. Ain't nothing gonna change. A holding call was called. There's other plays to be made. You just gotta go out there and play football. Okay, we can't sit back and continue to complain about the refs. There's other plays that have to be made. Just go out there and play football. Okay, I'm tired of everyone complaining about the refs. Nothing's going to change. 3rd and 5. Lamar fires. Caught. Odell taking it. Big play into Cincinnati territory. Odell making a big play. Baltimore moving the ball with 4:20 left to go in the first half. Baltimore's got to come up with some level of response, be it a field goal or a touchdown. They got to respond here just before halftime. First down and 10 for the Ravens. Lamar takes a snap, looking. He's got time. He's got all the time, man. And nothing's there. And what happened there? He ran into his own life. What happened there? Well, just running into your lineman, there's one way to stop Lamar. Perfect coverage there. Nobody was open. I think he was looking for Odell there. Yeah, they're pointing at Odell. They was looking for Odell. The safety! I was like, well, why didn't he throw it to Odell? The safety's right there. Justice Hill gets this catch. It's going to be third down. I was like, why didn't he throw the ball to Odell? And then I saw the safety. And I'm like, oh, there's it's a right wrist injury. Okay, so it's a wrist injury for him. So Burrow's questionable with a right wrist injury. We'll know if he's coming back out there when we come back from halftime. That's the best chance to know. Again, you got to come up with points here if you're the Ravens. Fire over the middle. It is tipped and picked up by Nelson Aguilar, who takes it the distance and scores a touchdown. If this flag is on Cincinnati, that play's going to hold. If this is on Cincinnati, that's a touchdown. We got to see what the refs are going to call. If this is on the defense, that's a touchdown for the Ravens. Defense, it's a touchdown. Ravens going to get the touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, somehow the ball gets tipped because he was going for Aguilar. Ball gets tipped. Aguilar still makes the catch, takes it the distance, and scores a touchdown. And just like that, Baltimore takes the lead with 2:20 left to go. Okay, so yeah, Lamar was looking for Aguilar in this play. He was going for Nelson Aguilar. Ball got tipped and still landed in Aguilar's hands, and he just took it the distance. That's just one of those crazy plays, man. That's just one of those crazy plays. Well, they said they got robbed of a touchdown from Zay Flowers. He ended up getting a touchdown here with Nelson Aguilar. You'll take what you can take. So 2:20 left to go. Yeah, he was going for Nelson Aguilar. The way the ball was projected, Lamar was looking to fire that ball into Nelson. Oh, no, he was going for Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely was open. Lamar was trying to fire it into Isaiah Likely. Nelson Aguilar was lucky to be in the right place at the right time. He got the ball and just took it the distance. It's one of the weirder touchdowns you're going to get. But hey, Ravens flock ain't going to complain about that touchdown. You just take it however you can take it. But here comes the problem for Cincinnati. Joe Burrow is questionable with the wrist injury. We don't know if he's going to come back. We certainly know he's not coming back out for the rest of his first half. So now it comes back down to the backup to go out there. This year is just awful, bro. This year is just awful, bro. Look at the quarterback situation in the AFC North. Cleveland just lost Deshaun Watson for the season. Lamar keeps getting nicked up here and there. Thankfully, Lamar Jackson, he's taking a couple hits on them legs because they keep going for his legs. But he's shaking it off. He's a tough guy. He's shaking it off, and he's gotten back out there, and he's played well, and it doesn't seem like he's compromised, and it's good. Joe Burrow can't stay healthy. He's dealing with the calf, and now he's dealing with a wrist injury. And Kenny Pickett is, well, Kenny Pickett. They just work around him. So with 2:20 left in the half, Cincinnati's getting the ball coming out of halftime, so that's a good thing for them. But Joe Burrow, you don't know what's going to happen. So Burrow, is he coming back out? Yeah, Joe Burrow's heading into the locker room. They're going to shut him down for the rest of the first half. They're going to rely on this dude Browning. They're going to rely on him for the rest of this first half, and we'll see coming out of the second half. They're going to go do treatment right now on Burrow to get him prepared for the second half, if they got any shot here. So Browning is going to see if he can make a play. Nice pass here for a first down, so a little bit of misdirections here. They picked up a first down, and that's going to be the 2-minute warning. Jake Browning's making his he made his NFL debut week 1 at the Browns, where he made 1 career pass. So it's gonna be 2-minute warning here, ladies and gentlemen. Cincinnati with the ball. They do get the ball coming out of halftime. If Joe Burrow's out for the game, we need to win. I don't think he's out for the game. The man is gonna play in the second half, but they sent him into the locker room to go get his hand figured out. Browning, the pressure's on big time. Hey, man, when it comes to pressure, man, you don't let it bring you down. You should elevate your play when the pressure's high. At the end of the day, embrace the pressure, elevate it, and most importantly, just play your game. They don't need Browning to go out there and try to be a hero. Just go out there, run the offense, make simple plays. Like that first play, they had a little bit of a setup. A misdirection. They misdirected to fake it like he was going to toss it to the right, roll him to the left, and you found the man open to pick up a first down. Who you got, Browns or Steelers? I don't care. First of all, I just want us to win. I don't care who wins on Sunday. I guess if you have to go with some level of preference, obviously, everyone's going to say they'd rather have the Browns win than the Steelers because the Browns have yet to lose a divisional game. And for the Ravens, because we had already lost to the Steelers, you don't want to see the Steelers get closer and closer to trying to take first place from you. So, if you're Baltimore, I guess you'd be rooting for the Steelers, but you can't sit back and think about it, man. You don't have time to sit back and think about that situation. You just got to keep on playing. At the end of the day, you just got to keep on playing, and that's just how things are going to go for the most part. You just got to keep on playing. Just checking on some NBA stuff here. Third quarter ends. Miami's got a 12-point lead of 95-83. Jimmy Butler's got 34 points. Who told Jimmy to play like this today? Jimmy's got 34 points. Jimmy, this ain't a tournament. This is a regular season game, bro. What's going on with you? Who told Jimmy Butler to play like this? Oh, now it's not. Yes, 98-87. Excuse me. Thank you for showcasing how we lost that game last Sunday. Thank you. So glad you showcased that while we're in the middle of dealing with this game. Beautiful. Love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me see this. Let me see what's going on with this boy, Jimmy Butler. Duncan Robinson's got 22 points. This guy's balling. Jimmy Butler, 11 of 17. He's hit 2 threes today. Duncan Robinson's hit 6. This dude Duncan Robinson's out here playing basketball. Okay. This guy is out here balling. Can't wait to see what's going to happen here at halftime. But the Ravens got to see if they can find a way to close out this half with the lead. Because Cincinnati does get the ball coming out of halftime. And you're going to want to see if you can make a stop here. First down and 10. They're going to try to run this ball, and Ravens got to try to make a stop here, see if they can get the ball back to their offense. What's the flag for? So much flags happening in this first half. A legal hands to the face on Adafe Owe, who, again, keeps making mistakes out here. Ugh. Come on, Adafe. You first the personal foul, now the illegal hands to the face. Come on, bro. Be better. Be better. That is clear hands to the face. Shout out to Demon Reacts for the donation. Appreciate you. How have you been? How do you feel about the Los Angeles Flippers trade for Harden and losing? I've been good. Could be better if the Ravens would stop bringing me headaches. But the Heat seem to balance it out by playing well. Oh! Incomplete. Browning have to get that away quickly. He was about to get smoked by Roquan Smith there. But how do I feel about the Clippers trading for Harden and losing? Yeah, I didn't think they should have traded for James Harden. See, you were building something there with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook was playing his best basketball, so I didn't feel the need. I felt that they didn't need to go and get James Harden because now you're going to bring 4 guys out there and 3 of them need the ball. The only person that can play off ball on that team consistently is Paul George. Kawhi needs the ball in his hands to be effective in the mid-range game. Russell Westbrook needs the ball in his hands to be able to either take it to the basket or create for somebody else. And James Harden needs the ball in his hands to try to go one-on-one ISO or be in a situation where he can try to get the ball to someone else and make some plays. So you're in a situation where you have 3 guys all on the court together that are ball dominant and need the ball to be effective. it's obviously going to be problematic, and it's not going to lead to the best situations. You've already seen it right now with them. There's moments where they're just benching Westbrook in key situations, and Westbrook's not happy. There's moments where they're taking him out of the game, and Westbrook looks visibly upset that he's being taken out of the game. James Harden's trying to get into some kind of rhythm, and he hasn't looked great at all. Kawhi's been terrible, and Paul George has just been trying to manage all of this. All in all, they have yet to win a game with James Harden being on the roster with their 0-6 now after losing to the Nuggets. It just looks bad. Oh, what a catch. What a catch by Irving. Browning's coming out here and being effective on this Ravens defense. That ain't looking good, Baltimore. This guy came off the bench and he's cooking against your defense. But yeah, it's a tough situation for the Clippers. At the end of the day, somebody's got to go to the bench. And I don't know who it's going to be. It doesn't look like you can put James Harden on the bench because Harden's like, I am the system. Harden came out and said, I'm not a system player. I am the system. Oh! That ball touched the ground. Take a look at that. That ball touched the ground. Take a look at that. Look at that. It's still moving. It's still moving. It touched the ground. Take a look at that. Review that. That could be incomplete. They're going to review that. That might have been a drop. That might have actually been a drop. He did not hold on to that football. As he's turning, the ball's moving and the ball touches the ground. They could rule this incomplete. Official review here. We'll see. But yeah, back to talking about the Clippers. Yeah, at the end of the day, the Clippers are going to have to make a decision. Somebody's got to go to the bench. You cannot have a starting lineup of Russ, of Harden, of Kawhi, and PG together. Because they're running sets like that where it's Russ at the point, Harden at the 2. You got Kawhi, so Paul George at the 3, Kawhi at the 4, and you're putting Zubac out there. There's moments where they're putting either Kawhi or Paul George. Either Kawhi or Paul George at the 5. They got Zubac. This team has no size other than Zubac. And they're watching the game against the Nuggets, there was moments because they benched Zubac, and they had moments where you had Kawhi or Paul George guarding Nikola Jokic. What is Ty Lue thinking with that? They're going to have to figure this out. Someone's going to have to go to the bench. I don't know what you can do. Like I said, James Harden came out and said, I'm not a system player. I'm the system. So can you convince this guy to go to the bench? I don't know. And then with Russ is somebody that has showcased he's willing to take one for the team and go to the bench. He went to the bench with the Lakers, but with the Clippers, they had already promised him he would be the starter. At the start of the season, Ty Lue said, Russ is our starting point guard. So how can you go to that guy and tell him to go to the bench? After him working so hard when he got to the Clippers last year and how he played in the playoffs and how he started the season, he worked hard to re-earn himself the position he's in right now as a starting point guard for the Clippers. How can Ty Lue go to him and say, I got to put you in the bench? It came down between you and Harden. I got to put you to the bench. The Clippers right now are a mess, and I have no idea how they're going to get this together. They're 0-6 for a reason. I just don't know what you do. I just don't know what you do. It doesn't look like it's going to get better for them. They're going to start winning games eventually, but with Russ and Harden on the court together, it's a mess. Kawhi Leonard not playing well right now. Paul George just being in the middle of this. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. So yeah, that's how I feel about the Clippers. Demon reacts. There was a high school team that won the game by 104 points. Incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. They're going to reverse the call. It's going to be 4th down, and they're going to have to punt the football. Ravens are garbage. One said, see, we got to stop saying this, bro. Ravens are not garbage. You know who are garbage? The Carolina Panthers. They look like garbage. The Chicago Bears, they look like garbage. Okay, every time our team's not playing well or looking soft, we got to call them garbage. Let's stop exaggerating it. The Ravens are not garbage. They're just untrustworthy. They are an untrustworthy football team, but they're not garbage. We've seen garbage teams. Let's cut the cap with this. Lamar is not a quarterback. Get him out of Baltimore. All right, bro, if you say so. Like I said, we're in year 6. We're not. Those conversations have been done. If you want to continue to say that, you're free to do so, but they hold no weight at this point. 4th down and 3. They're going to go for this here. Which, if Baltimore's defense can make a stop, Baltimore's going to have a chance to get the ball with time to do something. Unfortunately, Baltimore's defense don't look like they're going to make a stop here. They're not going to snap this. They're not going to snap this. They're not crazy enough to snap this. If this was Burrow, go for it. But this is not Joe Burrow. You better take him back to the bench. That is not Joe Burrow, so I do not trust Browning to take that snap. Just take him back to the bench. Baltimore has all 3 timeouts in the minute 38 to do something. Anyone who bet on the Bengals winning or anything, Joe Burrow is down bad right now. I personally don't care about people's bets. The fact that the Ravens are looking for any and every play in their favor shows this team's a long way from winning Super Bowls. Every team does that, and every fan base pushes for that. So, yeah, that's how it is. But, yeah, you keep making the assumption it's only the Ravens that act like that. Like we don't know how football fans and players act. Okay. This reminds me of when the Lakers traded for Westbrook, except our situations, we overreacted to the Nets super team. The Clippers done it for no reason. They didn't need to do it. That's the thing about the Clippers. They didn't need to do it. They weren't playing great, but they seemed like they were figuring something out with Russ, Kawhi, and Paul George. They didn't need to do it. Adding Harden just made this 1,000 times worse, and now you're in the situation you're in. So the Clippers, best of luck. Y'all gonna figure it out? Y'all say y'all gonna figure it out? Figure it out. But I don't see how the Clippers are gonna figure this situation out, dog. I'm serious. Lamar, Ramen, Jackson. That's cool, bro. Ravens aren't like the Panthers. They're 7-3. They're a very good team. They're just inconsistent. Yeah, they're inconsistent and untrustworthy, but they're not garbage. Plus, this is an AFC North game. AFC North games always get ugly. That's how it's always been since the beginning of this division. Lamar's contract is the worst deal in history of sports. Sure, buddy. Sure. I'm sure that's what it is. It's the worst deal in history. Never compares. It's the worst contract in history. Fantastic job, bro. Like I'm not even remotely interested in listening to the nonsense. But you feel free to push your agenda, buddy. Can the Ravens do something here with the ball? Lamar got to get rid of the ball at that point. Can't hold on to the ball. They're trying to get a big play here. This is where Baltimore's offense, at some point, I got to look at, what's it called? I got to look at Lamar, and I got to look at Todd Monken, because you two are the pioneers of this offense. At what point do you guys just start sitting back and saying, let's just take the checkdowns? Let's take some. You got 3 timeouts. There's no need to try to force the ball down the field. Take the checkdowns. Take the easy plays. We need more checkdowns in this offense. Please get more checkdowns. Stop trying to look for the big play over the top every single time. Please. Please. You're not always going to get it. The coverage is going to be there. Just take the check down, man. It's not always needed this way. Lamar's got time. He's got space. He's going to just... What happened there? Please show me the replay on that one. Did Lamar just miss that throw, or did Isaiah likely miss a catch that was right in front of him? How the hell did that miss? Let me see this, bro. Let me see this. Oh, that's on both. Lamar's got to put the ball on the receiver, and Isaiah likely's got to do a better job. It went right through his hands. I'm blaming both of them on that one. Either way, a quick 3-and-out basically gives Cincinnati the ball with little to no time to pass. So now here you go on a 3rd down and long. Lamar over the middle, nearly picked off, and a flag's on the play. Lamar Ramen Jackson, bro. Great name. You're a pass defense on the defense. Yep, that's what he is. Lamar Ramen Jackson, that's his nickname. Guys, I ain't got the energy for this today. I ain't really gonna lie. Can Miami close? Oh my God, Miami's gonna close this out. I think Jimmy Butler's, he played 29 minutes. They've got to have taken him out this game. Who told Jimmy Butler to play like this, bro? Jimmy, bro, it's the regular season. Chill out. I mean, I love it. I want to see Jimmy play like this more, but it's regular season, Jimmy. We good. Regular season, it's Jimmy. It's Jimmy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, regular season, Jimmy, it's the regular season. You ain't got to really do much like that. Ain't nobody really asking for you to do much. Odell makes the catch, picks up the 1st down, and the Ravens move the chain. They don't really need to hurry up. You have 3 timeouts. Just call a timeout, Baltimore. And now there's a player down on the field for Cincinnati. Damn. I think they might have already taken Jimmy out the game, or he's probably not taking a lot of looks because he's still 11-17. I don't think Jimmy's in the game right now. Let me look at the game cast here. Is Jimmy in the game right now? No. Jimmy's not in the game. Because of the 4th quarter, there's still 7 minutes left, and obviously, if you're Miami, the game's not. Oh, I guess he's getting his rest right now. Bam's got 18. Duncan Robinson's got 24. Yeah, Miami, you would feel that they could win this game, but you don't know Miami, bro. They love playing close games. Now, granted, they actually win those close games, but they love playing close games. So I would love to sit back and say it's going to be a cruising win for the Miami Heat, but I've literally watched them have a huge lead and blow it within the final like 5 minutes of the game, and all of a sudden we're sitting here with 2 minutes left to go. It's a 3-point game, and now Miami's like, oh boy, here we go. We got to close out now. And it feels like that's kind of the situation that could potentially come up here. Man, Hamir Jaquez has 7 points. He's 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. I like what I'm seeing from him. 4 rebounds, 4 assists. You know, he's making plays. Jaime is continuing to make plays. I like what I'm seeing from Jaime. Josh Richardson's got 8 points today, 3 of 5, effective, making his plays however he makes it. Again, Miami's just playing winning basketball right now. This game is the injury bro for real. Welcome to AFC North football. If you don't deal with injuries in AFC North games, you're not dealing with AFC North football. So welcome to our misery. This is why every other division cannot compare to the AFC North. It is what it is. But yeah, I really like what I'm seeing from Miami. They're just playing smart basketball. Now, if they can only continue to play smart basketball. And at the end of the day, when you just play smart, okay, that's just cool. At the end of the day, when you just play smart basketball, you can win games. And now Spoelstra's going to take a timeout. Because all of a sudden, it was like, what was it? I think it was 113-95 or something. And then now it's 113-101. All of a sudden, things get a little bit too close. A little bit too close for people's liking. A little bit too close for people's liking right now. So Spoelstra's going to call that timeout to just ice that right there. He's like, nah, we're going to stop that nonsense right there. Jimmy might have to come back. So Jimmy might drop 40 tonight. Who knows? Who would you rather root for, Steelers or Wizards? I like the Wizards. Why wouldn't I root for the Wizards? I hate the Steelers and I like the Wizards. I always wish the best for the Wizards. But I can't wish the best for the Wizards knowing Jordan Poole's on this team doing absolutely nothing. You think the Deshaun Watson trade is the worst NFL trade of all time? For me, it's easily top 3. Trent Richardson trade, the Harrison Waller trade. I mean, it's definitely one of those trades that's up there. I mean, technically, you can also look at what the Herschel Walker trade is. There's a bunch of bad trades that have happened. But again, it's too early to tell. I don't even know. I don't even know what the Deshaun Watson trade. Because if he comes back healthy next year and they actually be effective, he'll finally be living up to that contract. Lamar is going to dodge the pressure. He's going to throw it here to Likely. This time Likely makes the catch. It's going to be a hold. That's going to be a hold. That's coming back. Anytime you see a play trying to happen with the offense and all of a sudden they throw a flag, you know it's going to be a hold. 54 seconds left and now it's 1st and 20. You love it. You love making a play just for it to get ruined. Come on, bro. You did not need to do that. Ravens trying to get into field goal range, and now they find themselves in the 1st and 20 position. And it becomes a bit tough, man. I'm telling you, bro, when you miss a Mark Andrews, you get to really see some of the inefficiencies with this offense. But again, you do have a player you got to try to utilize here. Let's see if they attempt to do so. Lamar's going down the field. Look at Vazay, and another flag is happening, bro. Bro, these flags are just saving the Ravens right now. Did the defender turn around? Please. Did he turn around? Because I'm so sick and tired of defenders complaining and them not turning around. Let me see the replay. Did he turn around? Because I'm so sick and tired of defenders complaining about it when you're not turning around. Bro, you have to turn around. Let me see. Did Turner turn around? Did he turn around? Turner. He didn't turn around. Oh, wait. No, towards the end, he actually looked like he kind of turned around. Towards the end, it did kind of look like he turned around. Did he turn around too late? Did he turn around too late? I think that's a questionable call right there. That's a questionable call. I got to think right there. Did he turn around too late? That's questionable right there. I'm not fully sure about that call. Quick throw here to Odell. Odell's going to break a tackle, keep his feet and bounce. Odell is going to take it inside the red zone. Another first down for the Ravens. So the Ravens now with 41 seconds have a chance to score a touchdown and make it 21-10 potentially. Soft coverage here, giving an easy completion to Odell, and Odell keeps his feet in. Let me see. Oh, he kept his feet in. Quick snap here. Lamar. Rolling. He's going to try to take it himself. Nothing there. And he's just going to roll out of bounds. Second down here, 34 seconds. Obviously, Baltimore is trying to get a touchdown out of this. You go into halftime up 21-10. That puts you in a better position than 17-10. Not going to look to force it here, but you know Baltimore is going to try to get something going here. Going to continue to look for something here. 34 seconds left. Second down here. I don't know how many yards Lamar got on that one. We're in the red zone. Lamar is going to look to try to get the ball to Odell. You know they're going to look to try to get the ball to Odell here in the red zone. Second down and 8. Not going to look to force it, but you know they're going to try to get the ball to Odell here. Lamar. Back of the end zone. And a push on Odell, but they're not going to call a flag this time because that's not a catchable ball. So now it's third down and 8. It's an uncatchable ball. You can't call personal fouls on a situation where it's an uncatchable ball. So now it's third down and 8 here. I don't know if the Ravens can pick up a first down. This will be a huge stop for Cincinnati. You get the ball back. You keep it a 7-point game. And if Joe Burrow comes back out of the locker room, it helps you. You'd rather be down 17-10 than 21-10. Here it is. Can the defense make a stop here on third down? Lamar is going to step up. Lamar, he's going to fire. Caught. Bateman, touchdown. Rashad Bateman gets the touchdown. And the Ravens extend their lead. It's Rashad Bateman's first touchdown of the season. Finally, those two are able to connect. And the Ravens extend their lead. They're up 20-10 just before halftime. Extra point coming up. Lamar is garbage. That's cool, bro. That's cool. Seriously, bro. Still garbage. That's cool, bro. Feel free to troll somewhere else, dog. I ain't really got the time for this. Oh, please, Miami, don't blow this. They're up by 11. They're up by 11. There's 3 minutes left. There's 3 minutes left. Actually, you know what? I think they can hold on. But they put Jimmy back out there. I think they can hold on. Extra point kick is up, and it is good. And the Ravens take a 21-10 lead here just before halftime. Please, Miami. Still too much time left. They're up by 11. Still too much time left. Bateman was finally able to hold on here, and he made the play. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now it's a 9-point game. Oh, come on, bro. Come, Miami, please. Miami, please. Miami, I'm begging you, please. Please do not. Miami. And then Jaquez hits a 3 as well. Jaquez hits a 3 as well. He's at 10 points right now. Shout out to him. 2 minutes left to go. Dinwiddie makes a 3-pointer, keeps it back to a 9-point game. Bro, you know what? I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. Don't blow this, Miami. Odell and Bateman steadily improving. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Not gonna lie, the refs kind of helping the Ravens. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The calls today have been iffy on both sides. That pass interference call on Zay, it low-key feels like it was a makeup call for missing out on the Zay touchdown. Because that touchdown that Zay should have had, that was not a holding call. That should have been a hold on Odell. That was a bad call there. The refs sometimes showcase this, bro. When they miss calls, all of a sudden, you see them giving up a makeup call. The ball was in the vicinity, but I don't know. It felt like the defender turned his head. But the question is, did he turn his head a bit too late? I'm not fully sure. And that's where the conversation is going to come. At the end of the day, officiating's bad. You just got to play through it. They actually ran the ball. So, with that being the case, we're going to go into halftime. Ravens up 21-10. Once again, they have a double-digit lead. Can they hold on to it? We don't know. But they're up 21-10 just before halftime. The Cincinnati Bengals will be getting the ball coming out of halftime. But here's the question. Will Joe Burrow pull up in the second half? He's been in the locker room this entire time. The biggest question for the Cincinnati Bengals, with their season potentially on the line, will Joe Burrow come out of the locker room and play in the second half? I understand wanting to play him, but at the same time, it's not worth trying to compromise him to force something in this game. He may be coming back, but if he can't throw, don't force it. Is it actually still yeah, it's still possible. He's questionable with the wrist injury. He's been in the locker room this entire time. He went in the locker room about like 3 or 4 minutes left in the game. He went in the locker room to go deal with his hand situation. So they're working on his hand in the locker room. That's why he went into the locker room early on before halftime. So we're gonna see. I believe he's gonna come back, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Anyway, guys, it's halftime here. Never want to see anyone get hurt, but it's good to have a defense with a reputation for knocking out quarterbacks. I mean, it's cool to be physical, but, you know, we're not always trying to get somebody hurt. Still, defenses always take pride. Back in the day, they used to take pride in knocking quarterbacks out. Right? Remind us, the Ravens, we don't, yeah, that's true. We don't care about the first 3 quarters. At the end of the day, we talk about the half, but we all know they have a double-digit lead. Question for the Ravens is, can they hold on to that lead, or will they blow it? We'll have to see. Either way, guys, I'm going to see you in the second half. Cincinnati will get the ball coming out of the second half. I will see you then. All right, we back for the second half here, and it looks like Joe Burrow is not playing, so he may be out for the rest of this game. Legitimately, he might be out. Because right now, Browning's out there. Have they made an official ruling about Joe Burrow? Because he's not out right now, so he might be done for the day. Because he can't throw right now. Has there been an official report in regards to Joe Burrow? So Burrow's on the sideline with no helmet and a headset on. So it doesn't look like Joe Burrow's going to come back in this game. This becomes very difficult for Cincinnati. It's an uphill battle, but again, you're going up against a team that has shown they can't really hold on to a lead like that. So Cincinnati knows it's still a long game, and they've got plenty of opportunities to try and go make make something of this game. You know, you come out at halftime, you have it. Joe Burrow has their earpiece on the sideline. He's not coming back out there. Burrow's done for the night. Joe Burrow is most likely done for the night. He's wearing the earpiece. Brody's not coming back. Brody is not coming back. And right now, Browning's doing a good job. Browning is doing a good job. He's moving the ball well, moving the ball and getting into Baltimore territory right now. So again, like I've said, just make things simple. If you're at Cincinnati, you got to make things simple for Browning. Don't create anything complicated. And again, they continue to attack the middle of the field because the middle of the field continues to be the weakest aspect for the Ravens so far. And Queen just keeps getting beat in the middle of the field. I'm not going to lie. It continues to be a thing for them. So if you're Cincinnati, you've got an element of weakness that you see on the Ravens. Coaching should showcase that, hey, you got to attack that weakness as my camera decides to mess up. Browning, dodging, escapes the sack. He's going to take off. And Browning is going to slide. Second down here for Cincinnati. You gotta give credit to Browning. Right now, he's managing the offense well. I mean, they're rolling him out, trying to give him time. He was able to break out of a tackle right there. Like Van Noy looked like he had him, and Browning just got out the way. So second down and 5 here. As long as Browning doesn't make a mistake, you'll be fine. You continue to just do the simple things. Check the ball down where it's there. Don't try to force it. As long as Browning keeps that mind up, Cincinnati still has a chance, but man, losing Joe Burrow here is huge. He's going to throw it down the field. Incomplete. No flag on the play because Geno Stone actually turned around to locate the ball. Like I keep trying to tell you guys, turn around and locate the ball, guys. You actually got that here from Geno Stone. You do that, they can't call those flags if the defender's looking directly at the ball. Can't call those flags. But as long as the defender is turned around, it's going to be difficult for them to not call that unless it's a pass that's just not catchable. Third down and 5 here. Joe Burrow still on the sideline, wearing that earpiece. It's clear as day. He's not coming back in this game. So Cincinnati's going to have to figure a way to just get this done here with Browning. They're going to have to use a timeout here if they can't get this ball snapped quickly. Delay a game. They didn't get the... No, there's a flag. Delay a game. Delay a game. Unless you got the timeout call, it was a delay a game. Delay a game. My friend is a Ravens fan, Steelers hater, but he believes the Week 18 match. Yeah, it's probably going to be a matchup for the AFC North. It's probably going to be a matchup for the AFC North. Will not be surprised. I expect it to be a matchup for what will determine who wins the AFC North. I think that Week 18 matchup. Because, again, Cleveland also plays Cincinnati. So it's obviously going to be a matchup to see who's going to win the AFC North. Could also determine playoff seeding. And if Cincinnati loses this game, it could determine whether or not they'll make the playoffs in the first place. It's kind of a make it or break it type of situation right now. Cincinnati is in hell right now dealing with these situations. Not having Joe Burrow in these moments is very brutal for them. Pass interference. Pass interference. That's clear pass interference. What are you doing? Rocky Sin, you are a veteran and you don't know how pass interference works. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's just funny. Rocky Sin is supposed to be a veteran, and he doesn't understand that you have to turn around to locate the ball? What you looking confused for, Hardball? Rocky Sin didn't even try to locate the ball. What is he doing? That is clear pass interference. Without a question of a doubt, that is pass interference. You don't even need to go and review this. That is clear pass interference. Rocky Sin is supposed to be a veteran in this game. How does he not know he's going to get the flag called there? You didn't even turn to locate the ball, and you don't think they're going to call pass interference? My God, he's supposed to be a veteran. He's playing like that? That's a bad look right there. I ain't going to lie. He's supposed to be a veteran, and he doesn't know what he did was a pass interference. Yeah, he got the win. Miami was able to win 122-115. Jimmy Butler had 36 points. And Miami has won 7 straight games. Miami's won 7 straight games. I feel very proud to say that. They're rolling right now. They're rolling right now. Duncan Robinson had 26 points in that game. So Duncan Robinson's been having a great start to this season. Hopefully his game really has been revived. He's doing a lot more. He's not just settling for threes. He's cutting more. He's driving to the basket. He's doing some things. Look at Browning extending the play and just taking off. And right now Baltimore's defense can't seem to get to Browning. They haven't got a clean look at him. Third down here for Cincinnati Bengals. Can the Ravens defense make a stop? My argument would be probably not, but you hope for the best. Don't know how Rocky Sin didn't realize that would be pass interference. You assume a veteran would know that if you don't try to turn around and locate the ball, they're going to throw the flag. Don't know why he looked confused. He's supposed to be a veteran. Empty backfield here for Browning. You got the extra protection there. Pressure's coming. Quick throw. Dropped. Incomplete. You got to hold on to that one there. You got to hold on to that one. Ronald Darby's been playing well for us. I'm not going to lie. Rocky Sin ain't been doing much. Rocky Sin has not been doing much, bro. Ronald Darby makes the play there. Oh, Darby knocked that out. Never mind. I said you got to catch. Ronald Darby just bat that ball down. So he had no chance to catch that. Good play by Darby. So Cincinnati is going to have to settle for a field goal. McPherson, he's 1 for 2 today because he missed that second field goal from 53. You would assume a chip shot 26-yard field goal would be made unless he, gets blocked. Field goal is up, and it is good. It is 21-13 with 9:56 left to go. Burrow, again, I think he's done for the night. There hasn't been a report from what I've seen, but I'm sure they're going to report it and say, yeah, he's done for the night. Let me see if Rappaport's made that report yet. There has yet to be a report. There is yet to be a report. I'm really trying to figure this out. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not seeing any report here that's talked about Joe Burrow. We can make the assumption. We can make the assumption that it is over though. Let me go to the Cincinnati's page. I'm trying to see if they've given any level of report.
Baltimore have exciting football teams. Which city would you rather move to? With the Coldwell Banker Move Meter, you can compare cost and quality of living for cities across America.
No report. There we go. I see it. Cincinnati declared it. Joe Burrow has been declared out. He's done for this game, which puts them in a really bad situation. Again, with their season on the line, you don't even get to have this man out there. Yeah, I just saw it. I went to the Bengals page to get an official ruling from them. They have officially ruled him out for the rest of this game. it's gonna be Jake Browning for the rest of this game. And at this point, if you're Cincinnati, your hopes kind of rely on this guy. I think you got to lean onto your defense and your run game. The running game has been successful. Joe Mixon has 13 carries for 64 yards. The running game has been effective. If I'm Cincinnati, I'm going to start heavily leaning on the run game because Baltimore has not been good stopping the run. So I'm going to heavily lean on the run game, and I'm going to rely on the defense to make stops for me because it just comes down to that. Rely on your defense and your run game. And then Browning just has to make timely throws here and there. Don't make it complicated. You don't need him yeeting the ball down the field. Just make some timely throws here. Make some easy throws here. Cincinnati has a chance here. This game is far from over, knowing how Baltimore likes to play. Knowing Baltimore likes blowing double-digit leads. Cincinnati still has a chance, even with Joe Burrow out. But it's going to come down to a situation where you're just going to have to rely on your run game and your defense. This has to be old-school football for the Cincinnati Bengals. Rely on your run game and your defense. That is the only way you're getting anything going here. Yeah, I still think that pass interference call that was given to Zay was a makeup call because it was a terrible. They took away a touchdown from Zay on a BS holding call because Odell was not holding. It was a terrible call, and the refs decided they wanted to give a makeup call, which clearly goes to show their biases at times. First down and 10 here. They're going to hand the ball to Gus Edwards, and Gus running up the middle. Gus going to keep on treading those legs, getting to midfield. Huge run here for the Ravens. They got to get the run game going. They got to continue to run this football. First down and 10 for the Ravens at midfield. That was a nice cutback by Edwards. He saw that left side was going to get caught, so he stopped, cut back, took it to the right, and got a huge gain. So now you're around midfield here. First down and 10 for the Ravens. Can they capitalize on this, put some points on the board? Lamar, he's got time. Nothing's open. He's going to check it down here to his tight end. And that's another first down picked up here. Got it to Kolar. And the Ravens continue to move the chains. They're going to run it here with Edwards, and Edwards is going to pick up some good yardage here. So now they're starting to run the ball. Yeah, it's been a while since you guys had a game that was for the division. Let's see. I guess in terms of the last time you've played for the championship, technically, I guess at the end of the season, but technically in 2016 it was the same case between the Ravens and the Steelers. 2016, that was Christmas Day. If the Ravens win, they basically get the tiebreaker against Pittsburgh, and all they would need to do is beat Cincinnati in Week 18 to win the AFC North. Meanwhile, with the Steelers, if they win that game there, they clinch the AFC North. That was the immaculate the immaculate extension. What did they call it? It was the Antonio Brown extension at the goal line, with 8 seconds left to go in the game. He had no timeouts left. If the Ravens make a stop there defensively, Ravens win that game. But Antonio Brown extends it to the pylon there. He gets the touchdown, and you guys end up claiming the AFC North Championship that night. So that would probably be the last time you guys have played for an AFC North Championship. I think that was Week 16 of 2016, where you were playing for the AFC North between us and yourselves. And Baltimore lost out to the division because of that. First and 10 at the Cincinnati 25 here. Lamar's going to take the snap. Lamar's going to check it down here to Keaton Mitchell. Mitchell going to get some room here. Pick some couple yards up. That's what it was. The immaculate extension. Thank you. I know it was called something, but I just didn't remember what it was specifically called. But yeah, that was the last time y'all had we had a legit battle for the championship for the AFC North. Other than that, the AFC North has kind of been wrapped up 3 or 4 games before the season ended because in the last couple years, Cincinnati's wrapped it up in that time because Baltimore just kept getting injured and eventually lost out on that. And then you guys started 11-0 in 2020, so you basically guaranteed you were going to have it. Here comes Lamar Jackson picking up the first down. He's down. So first down, Ravens. So yeah, Yeah, that would be 2020 where you guys ended up doing that. 2019, we had won that after beating the Jets. So we were already in a situation where we had that win. We clinched the AFC North after beating the Jets. And then 2018, 2018 is the last time it was really going for a championship game, but for the division, because you had to play Cincinnati. You beat Cincinnati, and you needed Cleveland to lose. Cleveland to beat us. We won thanks to C.J. Mosley, and we won the AFC North in 2018. So yeah, I'd say the last time would be 2017. Keaton Mitchell getting some yards. He slipped again right there. Couple yards picked up, second down. Okay, the immaculate reception was the 19. Yeah, I know the immaculate reception was the play that happened. The play that happened in 7-2. In fact, last year wasn't last year like the 50-year anniversary, or maybe this? No, it was last year. I believe last year was the 50-year anniversary. But yeah, I remember that one, but I didn't remember what it was called. The immaculate reception or extension or reach out, whatever the hell you guys want to call it. Second down and 7 here. Ravens at the goal line, seeing if they can get another touchdown. Hopefully they can add points on the board here. We'll have to see. Lamar's going to take the snap. Lamar's stepping up here. Pressure's coming. Lamar. He just slips. Lamar just slipped there. Why is everybody slipping out here? Yeah, Lamar just slipped up on himself. Bro, I hate AFC North game, bro. He just slipped up on himself. Oh, boy. Third down and 12 here for the Ravens. They're going to take the snap. Lamar's going to take it himself. He's not going to get that corner. And it's going to be 4th down here. They're going to kick a field goal here. So they're going to bring out the field goal unit here. I think they really tried to get in that situation. They tried to see if they could pick up the yardage there. And yeah, there was just nothing there for Lamar to get. There was just nothing there. Once again, they be going for his legs. Either way, you know Lamar Jackson is hurt, and he's gonna need some. Ice, bro. He gonna need some ice after this game. So the Ravens weren't able to get into the end zone, unfortunately. But they were able to put points up, so it remains to be an 11-point game here. Lamar tripped up on himself. He was trying to regain his balance to try to make a play, but just lost his footing, man. That's tough. That's tough. Either way, Ravens up 24-13 here. You kind of just take what you can get at this point, knowing the situation. Baltimore is obviously going to need to continue to put points on the board, but you don't want to be careless with the football. It just hurts them because they got down to the goal line and they just couldn't do anything with it. How's the game been so far? It's been AFC North football, bro. It's been AFC North football. Messy, nasty, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. It's been classic AFC North football. Lamar's definitely going to need some ice after this game, bro, because his ankle is hurting. It's not hurting enough to where he would be knocked out, but it's one of those things where he's going to have a sore ankle in the morning. Lamar is going to have a sore ankle in the morning because he can still take off. Man trips up on his own foot, gets up, feel a little bit of that pain, and then in the very next play, he just takes off and he runs.
His defensive prowess is feared the world over. The all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5 with advanced safety and tech. Because even safeties could use a little more safety themselves. Search for your Hyundai Ioniq 5 today.
Lamar giving it his all. He out there making plays, man. At the end of the day, you just got to fight. They keep going for Lamar's ankle on purpose. Hey, man, it's football. Anytime they can get an advantage, they're going to do it. As long as it's legal, they're going to keep doing it. Yeah, I saw the Warriors and Timberwolves fight. Everyone saw it. Everyone saw Draymond choke out Rudy Gobert. Yeah, a bunch of L's early on. Dang, Larry, just ruining everything. I hate you sometimes. Yeah, we know we're running up here. Either way, Cincinnati's going to get the ball. Once again, they're down by 11. Jimmy was getting buckets tonight. He definitely was. Man, Lamar going to need a lot of ice. He going to have to ice up this ankle, man. After this game, he going to have to ice up this ankle. The good news is we ain't got to play football for another 10 games. Another 10 games. Another 10 days. Woo, not playing football for another 10 games. We ain't got to play football for another 10 days. We play this game tonight. Then you play on Sunday against the Chargers, which I believe is Sunday night. So the next time we will be playing on the field is Sunday night against the Chargers. So, yeah, next time we play is Sunday night against the Chargers, which I'm perfectly fine with. You'll take that. You will absolutely take that. Let's get this done. Still too much time left. Of course, you know it's going to be that type of game. We got to see how the Ravens play in the fourth quarter. That's the determining factor. Through 3 quarters, they can put points up and not mess up. How are they going to look in the fourth quarter? Flag on the play right off the bat. He got it to Jamar Chase, but what's the flag for? This might be a false start. This might be a false start here. Illegal formation. Oh, my goodness. These penalties have been killing Cincinnati all day. So now it's what? 1st and 15. Cincinnati continues to hurt themselves with these penalties, man. It's crazy. 1st and 15. Don't want to hold on to the ball here. He's going to get sacked. Adafe Owe gets him right there, and he gets sacked. They've got to tell Browning that he cannot hold on to the ball too long. If you're Browning, you cannot hold on to the ball too long. You cannot hold on to it too long. That's too much. Got to get that ball out quick if you ain't seeing anything, man. Both teams have gotten 3 sacks in this game. 2nd down and 22 here for the Bengals. Got to see what Browning can do here. Can you get some of it back? Don't need to go for the big play. They're going to run it here, and that was a smart play. You get some of the yardage back. Ravens do make a nice stop, but you do get some of the yardage back. It's going to be a 3rd and long situation, but you make it a bit easier for you. Third down and 17 here for the Cincinnati Bengals. See if the Ravens can make a stop. Browning's going to take the snap. He's going to get blitz. He's going to throw it up again. It's caught by Jamar Chase, but he's out of bounds. It's caught by Chase, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete. They're going to have to punt the football. Things are getting brutal for the Cincinnati Bengals, man. No Joe Burrow out here, and they're not able to get anything going down the field. You finally target Jamar Chase. He gets a step on Ronald Darby, and the pass is thrown a bit too outside, and it causes, actually, I don't know. Should Chase have made that jump? Would he have still gotten that football if he doesn't jump up? Because once he jumped up and gave up his legs, he was jumping up while leaning back. So it automatically put them in a tough situation. Fair catch by Devin Duvernay. Careful there, buddy. So, but then again, he's a Pro Bowl returner. He's not going to make those type of mistakes. And sometimes Thursday night games ain't it. Pretty much, we all know Thursday night games are not fun. Sunday night games are the best. Monday night games could be very interesting. And Thursday night games, they're hit and miss. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Tonight just happens to be one of those nights that ends up becoming very nasty because Lamar, you lose Mark Andrews early to an ankle injury. Lamar is suffering through ankle injuries and playing through it. And then Joe Burrow can't throw a football right now, so he gets ruled out. You also lost other people. There's no T. Higgins. There's so many people that's injured right now. It's just like, what do you do with this? Seriously, man. After this game, bro, Ravens got to take a couple days off and just let their bodies rest. You got to let Lamar ice his ankle. Like, these next 10 days, bro, give Lamar at least 4 days to ice it. Because they ain't got to play till Sunday night, bro. You ain't need these guys out there till, like, Tuesday or, like, till, like straight up Wednesday. Like, you got to give these guys time to rest their body. You're going to have Thursday, Friday. You're going to have tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday to rest your body and recover as much as possible. For Mark Andrews, it's a terrible situation to lose him to an ankle injury. But it's also not the worst case scenario for Baltimore because we have a bye week after the Chargers. So we don't need to force him on the field next week. The Ravens get 10 days, and then they get 14 days off of a bye week. The next time Mark Andrews should be stepping on the field should be December 10th. It is November 16th. The next time that Mark Andrews, at least at the very minimum, should be stepping onto a football field should be December 10th. Unless the ankle injury isn't as bad as we thought. If the ankle injury isn't as bad as we thought, then by all means, it's all good. If it's not as bad as we initially thought, by all means, it's all good. But they said he was in crutches, and they were going to get x-rays. I don't know how severe it is. If it's a high ankle sprain, he's going to be out for some time. When it comes to that, you've got plenty of time to get him prepared. Even if he's not prepared for the Rams game, by December 17th, that will be nearly a month off. He will at least be prepared to play. Knowing Mark Andrews. Lamar's ankle situation is making me stressed out. It's making me stressed out too. And you know, on the other side, Cincinnati's also stressed out as well because there's no Joe Burrow on the field and he can't throw a football right now. How is that going to affect them next week? How is that going to affect them next week? Well, now Ravens offense out there. Lamar's just trucking it through this ankle injury. It's not bad, but it's enough for people to be concerned because he could still run on it and he's still able to throw the football and stand in the pocket and make plays. But I ain't gonna lie, it's still quite a bit of a concern. Here comes Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell making plays. Keaton Mitchell breaking it to the outside. Keaton Mitchell, big gain. First down here for Keaton Mitchell. Ravens need to heavily lean on the run game moving forward. Bro, with Lamar dealing with this ankle situation, you don't need to try to force him to have to hang in the pocket knowing these guys are coming after his leg. Run the football and get that aspect going. That's all you got to do. There also should have been a face mask call, but, you know, it is what it is. AFC North's going to kill each other. Lamar, Pickett, and Burrow all dinged up at some point, and then Watson's out for the year. Yeah, welcome to AFC North football. With all four defense being as physical as they've been, it's going to be tough. So I don't really know what to tell you in that one. So, yeah, at this point, just run the ball. Just run the ball. Run the ball. Do not put Lamar in a compromising position. You're seriously trying to close this game out. You have an opportunity to try to close this game out. No reason to put Lamar in a compromising position. Yeah, Lamar's going to have to ice this ankle. I'm serious, bro. He going to have to. Harbaugh got to tell the whole team, bro, y'all off the next 5 days. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Lamar's going deep. He's got Odell. Odell almost makes the catch. He was trying to go one-hander on that one. Odell making that catch would have been great. Odell won that one. Oh, man, he got tripped up a little bit. Or did he trip himself up? Like he's falling down. I can see why they want to call a flag there. I can see why they would want to call a flag there. I ain't going to lie. 3rd and 4 here. Not really trying to settle for another field goal. You'll take it, but you ain't trying to settle for it. Lamar's got time, but he's going to have to get rid of that football. Oh, Lamar's going to take off here. He's going to fire downfield. Zay catches it, but he's in bounds. No. That would have been a fantastic play, a spectacular play. If Zay catches that and gets both feet in bounds, that would have been a touchdown of the year candidate. And now another player's down here. It's Turner. He got one foot to tap, but the other foot's not there. You got to take the field goal. Got to take the field goal, but dang. It was so close to making... I ain't going to say catch of the year because we had seen that with, what's it called? Catch of the year. I'm not going to say that because we had seen that on Monday Night Football with, who was it? Was it Sutton? No, it was Jerry Jeudy, I believe. It was either Sutton or Jeudy. We had seen that where they made the tap, like I don't even know how he got his toe tap on fourth down. That was clutch. So a field goal kicked up here. It is good. Ravens up 27-13. Think the game is over? Hell no. What? What would you assume that for? Yo, oh my God. You literally were here last week when they blew a double-digit lead. Why would you ask that question? Huh? Come on, bro. Come on, dog. Don't be asking questions like that. You were literally, it was Cortland Sutton, yeah. So legitimately, Sutton made the catch of the year, honestly, because I don't even know how he got his feet in bounds on fourth down. That might be the play of the season. So, you know, if Zay would have been able to get 2 feet down there, that would have been crazy. But no, what type of question is that? You were literally here when they had a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter and blew it to Cleveland. Why would you ask that question? Why would you actually ask that question? Is the game over? For what? Bro, are we even in the fourth quarter yet? Actually, we are in the fourth quarter, right? Let me see. No, we're not even in the fourth quarter yet, and you're going to talk about, is the game over? Huh? 2-score game in 2023? Come on, bro. Let's not play these games. Let's not play these games. Let's calm down here. .26 seconds left in the third quarter here. Cincinnati getting the ball back. Good news is Baltimore was able to move the ball down the field. Bad news is they're not able to finish on these drives. And they're trying, man, but it ain't exactly working out. Man, look at this AFC North, bro. This is nasty work. And I like the funny part is two people, the person sitting on the chair for Cleveland and Pittsburgh are literally their best players, are Myles Garrett and TJ Watt. Those quarterbacks don't even get to get it because Deshaun Watson's out. And no one's putting Kenny Pickett on anything. It's like, who's going to be the logo for the Steelers? TJ Watt. What you mean? What you mean? You actually think we're going to put Kenny Pickett out there? For what? Nice stop. Patrick Queen with a great tackle on Mixon to make sure he goes nowhere. Second down coming up here. We're going to enter the fourth quarter like this. They're not going to run another play. They'll just wait till we get to the fourth quarter. The Bengals need Joe Burrow for these next games. Got to play a tough Steelers defense twice and the Browns one more time. Bro, let me tell you, Carlos, right now, the Cincinnati Bengals schedule. Just so you can have an understanding of how much they're in serious need of Joe Burrow. They're playing us tonight, which is already a tough game, as we're seeing. They got Pittsburgh next week at Cincinnati. That's going to be another tough game. After that, they have to travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. That's going to be an interesting game. After that, they got the Colts. That can go either way, iffy. They got the Vikings, depending on how things are going with the way Dobbs has been playing over there. Who knows? Then they've got the Steelers in Heinz Field. That's going to be tough. Then on New Year's Eve, they're going to Kansas City to face off against the Chiefs. And the Chiefs might be competing for the 1 seed at that point. And then to end off the season, they got Cleveland coming to Cincinnati. Yeah, they're not exactly dealing with an easy situation. They're not dealing with an easy situation. They need Burrow to be healthy, and he hasn't been, and it has been difficult for them. Yeah, the game is not over. We've seen them choke away double-digit leads in the fourth quarter. Like I said, I knew the Ravens would have a lead coming into the fourth. The question is, how are they going to play in the fourth quarter when they have a lead? Now that they're here, can the defense make a stop? Can the offense continue to put points on the board? We're going to start asking these questions. Okay, fourth quarter, 14-point lead. Let's close this game out, though. Yeah, you hope so. You hope so.
You know what it's like to go through treatments and trials, reading labels and seeing false smiles? You know
Oh boy, this fourth quarter is gonna be nasty. Am I gonna watch the 49ers Seahawks game on Thanksgiving next week? Yeah, that should be a good game. That should be a good game. Don't know if I'm gonna be here to live stream. Then I'm probably not even gonna be home for that one, but I'll probably watch it. So, here comes the fourth quarter, bro. You gotta stream Christmas for us. Again, it depends if I'm here or not. I don't know if I'm gonna be here for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Holidays are always iffy because I don't know if I'm gonna be at home for the holidays or if I'm gonna be out. If I'm out, there's nothing I can do. I'll do a recap when I get back. But if I'm not here for the Christmas game, I'm just not here for the Christmas game. I'd love to be here, but I'm not guaranteed to be here. All right, 2nd and 10 here. Start of the fourth quarter. 14-point lead. We've been here before with Baltimore. Can you close out a game? Can you close out a game? Yeah, Commanders and Cowboys should be interesting on Thanksgiving. They like to make those matchups happen. I don't know what happened. What's going on, Agent? Oh, the lights went out. Did the lights go out? A drone? A drone was on the field? There was a drone on the field? Oh, okay. Well, they handled that situation. That was probably, I don't know if it was a fan or maybe one of the Ravens' equipment malfunctioning or something. Either way, 2nd down and 10 here. Start of the fourth quarter. Oh boy, here we go. Can Baltimore hold on to a lead? We about to find out. Telling you, if they give up points on this drive, it can get dangerous. 2nd down. Want to get them out of here quickly. Gonna check this down here. Gotta make fundamental tackles, and they do so. You put them in a 3rd and long situation. Don't let up. Get them off the field. You gotta get them off the field on 3rd down. This has gotta hurt Joe Burrow. All he can do is sit back and watch. I think this would be a much closer game, honestly. I think it could be a situation where it's 27-23 or something like that if Joe Burrow's playing. I give Cincinnati 10 more points if Burrow's on the field. I honestly give them 10 more points if Joe Burrow was on the field. So I think it could be a much closer game. But without Burrow out there, it's hard to assess them. And at the end of the day, you look at Cincinnati, it's just tough. It's just tough. He's going to fire over the middle, and it's dropped by Tyler Boyd. Great coverage there by Kyle Hamilton to knock that ball. It's right in the hands of Tyler Boyd, and you got Kyle Hamilton right there to disrupt it. Incomplete. They got to punt the football. That was a great throw by Browning. He put it right on the money. Actually, no. Okay. He probably shouldn't have thrown. I looking at it again. He threw that a bit too inside to where Hamilton has a chance to at least make a stop there. If he throws that bit to the outside, it could still potentially be incomplete, but at least you give him a better chance to try to make the catch there. Duvernay makes that fair catch. Some of these punts have been very tricky right here. AFC East is 0 they have an 0-7 record over the last 2 weeks. Nobody's won a game out of the AFC East. That's crazy. And the only reason it's 0-7 is because Miami lost to the Chiefs last week, and they're on a bye week. Okay, they lost to the Chiefs 2 weeks ago. They were on a bye week last week. They play again this week. Meanwhile, Buffalo's lost their last 2 games. And the Jets have lost their last 2 games, as well as the Patriots. 1st and 10 here. Going to hand it off to Keaton Mitchell. Mitchell making some nice moves here, picking up a couple yards. 2nd down. Cal Hamilton's a star, man. He's looking to be one of the best safeties in the game. Yeah, 0-7 the last 2 weeks. Yeah, you look at it, Buffalo lost, they lost to Cincinnati and then lost to Monday Night Football. The Patriots can't catch a break. They keep losing games. They lost the game. I don't know who they played last week, but the week before they had lost the Commanders, I believe. Jets can't catch a break. They keep losing, especially on primetime. And then the Dolphins lost to the Chiefs, but, they didn't have a... Whoa! They lost to the Chiefs, but, they didn't have... What's it called? They didn't have a game to play today because not today, but last week because they were on a bye week. But Miami will be back to play again this Sunday. Baltimore's just going to run it 3 times. And Keaton Mitchell picks up the 1st down. That's just old school football right there. You just hand the ball off 3 times, run it, see if you can pick up a 1st down. Obviously, we know what Baltimore is doing. You're going to play that type of game? Hey, man, wish you the best of luck. See if it works out. Man, if the Bills lose to the Jets again next week, if they end up being 5-6, their season's over. A 5-6 record ends their season. A 5-6 record ends their season. Lamar gets it. He picks up a couple yards and he gets down. Obviously, Lamar is not about to try and compromise himself by trying to pick up a couple extra yards. No reason to try to do that. Yeah, if Lamar was injured, that would have been a big game. Lamar's not going... He understands he's compromised right now. He's not about to try to pull some cutbacks and try to break some ankles here when he's already dealing with a compromised ankle. No reason to try to do that. Again, Ravens just looking to run the football right now. And they're going to pick up another 1st down. But there's a flag on the play. This is probably going to be on the Ravens because no flag comes like that in the middle of a play if it's not on the offense. Some sort of illegal formation or maybe a false start or something. It's going to be on Baltimore. Oh, hold it. It could have been anything else other than holding. If I was a legal formation, fine. Legal formation, fine. False start, fine. But a holding call? Golly. 2nd and 2 turns into 2nd and 12. And they were just going to run the ball. Now, in a 2nd and long situation, I'd still look to just run the ball here. I'm not going to try to force it, try to get a pass. All of a sudden, you stop the clock, and it's a 3rd and long situation. Lamar's going to take the snap here. Lamar's going to step up. Lamar's going to pump fake. He's going to take off here, and he's just going to keep on sliding, bro. Yeah, Lamar is not where he needs to be. He's been slipping and sliding all day. You can tell he's compromised. Yeah, with that ankle, bro, you just got to deal with what you got to deal with. Now it's a 3rd and 6 here. Lamar's going to take that snap. Incomplete, and just like that, Ravens offense can't do anything here in the 4th quarter. Nothing on this drive, 10:40 left to go. They got to punt the football. Once again, there's always something that's going to hurt them. Everything was going well, and then they call a stupid holding call. Like, what do I do with that? Everything's going well, and then a hold. Like, bro, Bro, it's the same story with them. Why is it that you're doing so well and then somebody's got to do something stupid? It's always a hold call here, a pass interference there. Watch, it's just the same story with the Ravens, dude. It gets annoying. How many times are you going to continue to do the same thing over and over again? Don't y'all get tired? Y'all running the ball well, things are going well, you're moving the ball, and then all of a sudden, bam! Holding call completely kills the drive. And now it remains to be a 14-point game, and you just put yourself in a position where you're even more compromised, and now it should be fun. Same old, it is what it is. You know how things are gonna go. So at this point, we just here to survive, dog. We just here to survive. You know how it is with the Ravens. Now you just gotta sit back and just hope they can hold on to this lead, because that's all we do as fans. We have a lot of hope. The most simplest things you could do is hope. It just feels like it's the same old story with the Ravens come fourth quarter.
Just means the start of another.
Oh boy. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Better hope that defense doesn't give up a big play and all of a sudden they're in scoring range.
What can I do for you, man?
Really craving nacho fries.
Ads are working.
What ads?
Well, picture the over here. I put that there.
Oi.
Get the new Google Pixel 8 or Pixel 8 Pro on T-Mobile. That's up to $1,000 in value.
Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV is now only $174. Watch every game, every Sunday, exclusively NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up now and get the $174.
Aye. It's gonna be the same thing. Yeah, I mean you can't force it because again you can tell, man, Lamar is compromised. A lot of times when you see him taking off a run, you know if Lamar is 100%, those are guaranteed first downs. Instead, Lamar been slipping and sliding all day. At this point, you're just looking to survive. You want to survive and get out this game with your team intact. Andrews is already down. Lamar is dealing with this ankle soreness here, obviously with that ankle injury. You're not trying to put him in a compromising position. The ankle is not in a position to where it's bad, where he can't actually run on it, but you're not trying to put him in any compromising position. That's why Baltimore's treading. They're treading right here. They're treading some very hefty lines because they don't want to compromise Lamar here. So at the end of the day, Cincinnati is going to try to do everything they can. They don't have Joe Burrow here, so they're going to do everything they can to try to get back in the game. Baltimore is going to play this conservative style football because they're just trying to preserve their players right now. Better hope it doesn't cost them the game. There's way too much time left in the clock to be playing like this. 2nd and 7 here. Browning takes the snap. Pump fakes, nothing there. He's going to have to check it to Mixon. Mixon tries to break a tackle. He does, but he also ends up getting tripped up. 3rd down. Patrick Green's grade on PFF is 31. Yeah, he's had a bad game. But I've seen some reports saying he's also compromised, like he's dealing with something as well. So I don't even know if he's 100% or not. Some people said he's dealing with something. Either way, everybody's dealing with something at this time of the year. But it's not enough to take him out. Either way, 3rd down and 5. Ravens, you want to try to make a stop here, get him off the field and get the ball back to the offense. Here we go again. Pressure's coming. Browning, he's going to step up. Browning's going to take off, and he's not going to get anywhere. Ravens defense swarmed him. Got the sack. 4th down here, and they're going to have to punt the football once again. So Cincinnati right now, this is just a struggle. They're going to have to punt the football again. This is just a struggle. I don't know what you could say in these moments. This is just a struggle. If we win here, we will have the most wins in the AFC currently. Something to think about. Doesn't mean anything because you already know the Chiefs are on a bye week. And you know they can easily get that first place back. They are on a bye week. We will have first place in the AFC by association, specifically because we have a bye week. It's different. Had we had beaten Cleveland and then we win tonight in Cincinnati, we're 9-2, we have a conversation here. But being 9-3, knowing that all Kansas City has to do is win their game on Sunday, and they're right back in first place. So you may be first place in the AFC for 3 days, and then Kansas City wins their game, and just like that. Well, Chiefs also have a really hard schedule. Yeah, but Kansas City has showcased that no matter what the schedule is, they have been able to show up and show out and win. That's why they haven't lost much games since they've gotten Mahomes. That's why they've been to the AFC Championship game every year of Mahomes' career. I do not have concerns. No matter how difficult their schedule is, they will show up, they will do their job, and they will win the majority of the time. I don't care what Kansas City's schedule looks like. They're not going to lose a majority of those games. The only concern you may want to have is in the immediate, because Monday Night Football, they play the Eagles, and Philadelphia could end up winning that one. But other than that, I don't have a real concern about the Kansas City Chiefs schedule. So, I mean, we'll see what not to mention, before we get into we'll see what happens, but not to mention, they've been on a bye week. They are going, I'm telling you, Kansas City entering that bye week was very disgusted. They were disgusted. They were pissed off, especially Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. They don't like how that offense is looking. And Andy Reid is not the type of person that's going to spend his bye week not fixing problems. They've had 14 days to get these issues fixed up. I'm not saying it's going to solve every problem, but you may see a different look on that offense. They may end up becoming a lot more explosive down the stretch because Andy Reid's going to come up with some plays that gets these guys open to make plays. That's what Andy Reid does. That's what Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are going to look to do with this offense. So again, we don't even know how Kansas City's offense is going to look coming out of the bye week. They've had time to address the issues that they've been talking about for weeks now. Let's see how that's going to go for them. That's what I would say, but I'm not really worried. I'm not really worried. Yeah, Matabike's been on fire. Matabike's been on fire, man. He's been great this year. He's going to end up with double-digit sacks this year. He's been that good. McCarry's been up and down. He's been iffy. You know what? I can't believe I gotta say this, bro. McCarry probably plays better on the right side than the left side, but I still wouldn't want him as my starting tackle. He's not consistent enough to at least trust in that case. Like we saw, he's not gonna go up against the best of the best. You could trust Morgan Moses to go up against the best of the best, and occasionally you can trust Ronnie Stanley to go up against the best of the best. So, 8:25 left to go. Baltimore up 14. We all know the game plan. Just run the football. Yeah, he has 8.5 sacks. He's going to finish the season with double-digit sacks. He's going to finish the season with double-digit sacks. Just count on it. He's going to finish the season with double-digit sacks. Ah, man. Second and 4, what do? You hand the ball off to Gus Edwards. Simple as that. We don't need to make anything complicated. Flag on the play. What's the flag for now? Now you're going to have to throw it. Now you're going to have to throw it. Oh, my God, Makari, I swear to God, man. Oh, my God, Makari. Oh my God, Makari, you've been a pain all day. Can you just stop? So yeah, we got the Chargers, then the bye, then the Rams, then the Jaguars, then the Niners. Meanwhile, Cincinnati has Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, Colts, Minnesota, and then Pittsburgh again. Neither one of us has easy schedules down the stretch, but winning this game goes a long way for Baltimore in terms of trying to hold on to this division. Meanwhile, Cincinnati losing here, man, their season is in serious trouble. We all know it. Lamar firing downfield. Got it to Odell. Odell breaks free inside the 30. He's going to cut it back. Odell's trying to get that touchdown. He's not going to get it, though. But it's a big play by Odell, and there's going to be a flag on the play. What's the flag for? Illegal contact on the defense. Big play to Odell. They've been trying to get that connection down the field to Odell. All night, OBJ has been trying to get those looks. They've been trying to get it going for him. Odell's having the best. I'm telling you, bro, Odell's been getting better and better and better over the weeks. And that connection between him and Lamar is starting to showcase itself, man. Got to get more looks like that. But Odell, 4 catches, 116 yards. Best game for him. Huge play right there for the Ravens. And Lamar's going to carry it himself. Lamar going to get dropped right there. And you know Lamar right now is feeling it. Yeah, he's starting to. I'm telling you, bro, all you need is that first touchdown. Everything opens the door. And now all of a sudden, OBJ is becoming a consistent, reliable option for Lamar Jackson here. I'm telling you, bro, you could tell Lamar's compromised. If Lamar's not compromised, he's taking that. He's not getting caught there. Look at the space that he had there. Look at the gaping hole that was there. Lamar knows he's taking that for 6 if he's not compromised. They're going to hand this off here to Hill. Hill trying to get the corner. Hill might have picked up a yard. 3rd down here. All right, 3rd down here. I mean, Baltimore's looking to add more points. Obviously, with 6 minutes left, you want to add more points. But obviously, I think this is a situation where they're probably going to run the football. Don't need to try to put Lamar at risk. Line up, run the football with Gus Edwards and see if he picks up a 1st down. And there's Gus Edwards picking up the 1st down and more. At this point, you're at the goal line. Just keep running the football. Just keep running the football. 1st and goal with 5.5 left to go. Run the football. Just run the football. Run the football. Run the football if you're Baltimore. Just run the football. There's no need to attempt anything else. Don't need to try to do no play action here at the goal. Just run the football, Todd. Let's just do some old school, fundamental, offensive football. Just run the ball. Odell's feeling a little bit of pain because he took a shot at the end, so hopefully he's okay. But again, just run the football here. We don't need to do anything special. Line up and run the football with Gus. We like using Gus at the goal line here. And Edwards is in for the touchdown. And Baltimore is going to extend their lead. That's really all we needed to see. That's really all we needed to see. That's really all we needed to see, man. At the end of the day, that's all we needed to see. This is a tough day for Cincinnati. I can't even lie. It is a tough day for Cincinnati. It is a really tough day for Cincinnati. This is a tough day for Cincinnati. Your best player is on the bench and there's nothing he could do to help. Like I said, this game would be a lot closer if Joe Burrow's in. Yeah, remember last year we didn't have Lamar Jackson. They kept saying that they beat us all the time with the Bengals. I mean, I already know about that. We've already had that discussion time and time again. I'm not here to have that discussion. At the end of the day, they should understand that. When the shoe's on the other foot, it sucks. But when you're not dealing with it, you're like, hey, man, it sucks for you, but we're not dealing with it, so we're not really looking to care. But this dude Logan Wilson's been getting everybody hurt today. Like, can we call something, bro? He's the one responsible for Mark Andrews getting hurt, Lamar Jackson getting hurt, and then now Odell getting hurt. Nah, dog. Not even gonna cap. This dude Logan gotta be looked at. And now they're saying Linderbaum's coming off the field limping. Oh, boy. Bro, I'm telling you, everybody needs to get a 5-day break after this. Do not practice anybody. Do not practice anybody until Wednesday. Everybody gets 5 days off. If you're hardball, everybody gets 5 days off. I'm serious. Everybody get 5 days off after this. Lamar had a very good game today. Lamar did his thing. Lamar did his thing. Even while being compromised, Lamar Jackson did his thing today. So shout out to him.
And you're definitely not doing, okay, I don't even know what this is, but you're definitely not doing that. With Allstate, you're connected to a rate based on you.
In 44% of games, the winning team came back in the fourth quarter. And 24% of games were decided by 3 points or fewer.
We got to face the Chargers next. Yeah, but that we don't have to face off against them until Sunday night. So we got 10 days. We got 10 days, bro. We got 10 days. Happy for OBJ. I love that he's proving everybody who doubted him wrong. I honestly would like to give him an extension if he keeps playing like this. Hey, we'll just have to see. Glad to see Odell 100-plus receiving yards. It's nice. He's had a great game. Had a really great game. And it's a game Baltimore felt like they needed, and it's good to see Odell playing well. Is this 5 straight games with 30-plus points? When have we seen that? I mean, yeah, 2019 I guess the last time we saw it, but, you know, not really. It's not, you know, everything we're looking at, bro. $34-13. This is a very weird game. You know it would be better if Joe Burrow was here. And you just look at the look on his face, man. It's just tough. Crazy how the offense can struggle mightily at times and still put up 30. Yeah, it's been that type of season with them, bro. It's been that type of season, dog. But yeah, Odell has had himself a night on primetime. Over 100 yards receiving for him tonight. He's been doing his thing. Shout out to Odell for just making plays, man. First and 10 here for Browning. At this point, the game is pretty much sealed. It's pretty much sealed, but hey, at the end of the day, you're just going to go out there and fight. Yeah, so Odell's going to be dealing with a shoulder injury. We just got to hope it's nothing severe. Like I said, everybody gets 5 days off. If you're hardball, everybody gets 5 days off. Everybody gets 5 days off. Another sack is coming here. Wow. That is a brutal sack right there. And everything's just going well for the Ravens tonight. I hope he's good. Yeah, we're all hoping he's good, man. We are all hoping he is good. Calvin Lloyd getting the sack right there. 3rd down and 18. 3rd and 18. Obviously, you're just going to run it. Man came very close to picking up the 1st down here. I mean, if you're Cincinnati, you could attempt to go for it. You ain't got nothing to lose. It's 3:23 left to go in the game. I'm just saying, the game is over. We all know it's over. You might as well play it. Not to mention, you ended up getting a chance to really do something here. Yeah, I'm hopeful Odell's going to be fine. But, dude, everybody's compromised there. We hope Andrew's ankle's going to be okay. Lamar, he just going to need some ice. He going to have to ice out that ankle the next couple of days. Apparently, Linderbaum was limping, so we hope he's okay, too. Hey, look, Brownie, making some plays here. You know, at the end of the day, this will be good for him. Good to help him out. Just make some plays here. Game's basically over, but, you know, you want to make some plays here. When Lamar was hurt, there were no excuses for us, so, oh, well, Burrow. It is what it is. You just deal with it however you deal with it. Like, no one's going to sit back and feel sorry for Cincinnati because they were talking when they were out. At the end of the day, you just deal with it. Hey, man. You know, Burrow's not out for the season, so you ain't got to complain. He wasn't like with Lamar, where once he suffered that injury, he was out and done for the season. So, you know, he ain't out for the season. You're going to ice that wrist, give him time to heal. He's also going to have 10 days. He should be fine, and you'll just go from there and see what happens. At the end of the day, it ain't the end of the season for Burrow because he has a wrist injury. They're going to focus on icing and healing up that wrist. Cincinnati's got 10 days before they face off against Pittsburgh. They got 10 days. Figure it out. They got 10 days, man. Figure it out. Not going to deal with anything else coming from them. Injuries happen. Good luck. Figure it out. At the end of the day, Lamar was compromised in this game with an ankle injury. He still played. Not saying I'm not taking a shot at Burrow saying that he should have played through the wrist injury. If you can't throw the football, do not put him out there. We saw what happened to Purdy, so there's no reason to even attempt that. But you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You just got to deal with it. Either way, this is the bounce back game that the Ravens really needed. I'm not gonna lie. This is the bounce back game the Ravens needed. You couldn't afford to lose back-to-back games, and this is one of the more impressive games by Lamar. And I say it's one of the more impressive games by Lamar because he's compromised. Lamar suffered the ankle injury and then went out there and just gutted it out and just played through it. I mean, you could clearly tell he's compromised, but then he just went out there and just played. He just gutted through the ankle injury and did what he did. At the end of the day, at this point, no need to bring Lamar back out there. Unless you're just going to go out there and just take a couple knees. But this game is pretty much settled. But yeah, so it's a big win for the Ravens. Odell's already out of his jersey and stuff. Over 100 yards for him tonight. Most of the games since 2019, week 2. Holding on the defense is funny. At the end of the day, just make sure Odell's going to be okay because you're going to need him come playoff time. So if he's dealing with the shoulder thing, you can rest him, man. You can rest him. Won't have to worry about this. So with Baltimore getting this win, they're going to advance to 8-3. And no matter what happens on Sunday, they will still be first place in the AFC North. You're going to have 10 days now to rest and wait to see what's going to happen as you prepare for the LA Chargers because that's going to be Sunday Night Football. So we're playing back-to-back primetime games. That's fun. Cincinnati's trying to get themselves a touchdown, put some points on the board, and at least come away with something. It would be good for Browning if he's able to just put up a touchdown here and get some points, you know? The end of the day, you put some points up, you come away with something. Not much to really take away from this game. You lost. You lost Joe Burrow, and it compromised the game. I think it's a much closer game. You know, maybe we have 30-plus points offensively, but I think Cincinnati's going to have at least 25 points because Joe Burrow's going to put some points up. We know what he's capable of. So I think it's a much closer game if Burrow's out there, man. It's a much closer game. And hey, Jamar Chase gets his touchdown. It helps fill up the fantasy sheet, I guess. He gets his touchdown, but I mean, it's not going to change any impact in this game. Still a lot of games to play. Bengals will bounce back, trust me. Absolutely. However, this time, the margin of error is absolute 0. See, last year when they started off slow, the margin of error was very low. And they were able to come back from it, which is a big part of why they were where they were last year. You know, 7 straight victories to end the season, and you get back to the AFC title game. It was great. But then you look at this situation here this season, and the biggest issue you have to point to is the health of Joe Burrow. It's different if Burrow was not compromised and they're losing this game. You're like, all right, you'll bounce back. But Burrow is compromised, and you don't even know how his wrist is going to respond throughout the week. Will he be out there to play next Sunday? You don't know. So that's where things become very tough for them. That's where things become very tough for them. And they have a tough schedule. They have a very, arguably the second or third, I think it's the first or second toughest schedule. So it's not going to get easier for them. And now they're going to be 5-5. They're on the outside kind of looking into the division, even though it's still tightly contested. They just got swept by, they're going to get swept by Baltimore tonight. They've already lost against Cleveland. If they lose to Pittsburgh next week, it's only going to make the situation worse. I mean, it's a tough situation for them, man. It's very difficult. If you're a Bengals fan, you kind of just sit here and say, hey, man, this is our season. It may not just be for us, bro. It may not just be for us. At this point, I'm just sitting here, and I'm just waiting.
Of course, you think of Neil O'Donnell with Pittsburgh. I was thinking with Tennessee. Stop with Cincinnati.
Gonna go for the onside. It was caught, and then now Baltimore can kind of just take a knee and call it a day. So Baltimore's gonna get the 34-20 victory. This one right here, this is a really good win for Lamar Jackson. A really impressive performance by him, and it's a bounce back game. Lamar was able to make plays with his arm and his legs while being compromised. And the biggest thing you can take away from this, they didn't turn the ball over. Baltimore did not turn the ball over. That's the biggest thing you can take away from this. Baltimore didn't turn the ball over. They were able to be effective offensively. Lamar had a clean game. Their offense had a clean game. They put points on the board. So at the end of the day, you take a look at this and say, it's a good game. It was a great bounce-back performance. It was the type of game Baltimore needed to have because losing back-to-back games would have been bad for them, and they know it. Baltimore is just running the ball because Cincy is potentially... No, they're not going to... Okay, good. They're not going to call timeouts. We actually closed out a game. I mean, we've closed out a couple games. The key is we finally closed out a game against an AFC opponent for the most part. We legitimately closed out a game against an AFC opponent that feels like they're a great team and can compete. You know, you lost to the Colts, AFC team. You lost to the Steelers, AFC team. Wow, 53rd regular season win as a starting quarterback. That's the youngest quarterback to do that in history, I believe. I don't know, something. They showed something. I might want to go back on this one. So they got Gus Edwards still running the ball. He ain't gonna lie. I'm going. Let me see this real quick. It said something here. Just want to be able to get that aspect right. So obviously we got the win. Game is over. Ravens advanced to 8-3. They managed to get themselves collected and together after a tough loss against the Browns. Now you can look past that. You swept Cincinnati, arguably the biggest threat in the AFC, and now their season feels like it's waning in the balance. Meanwhile, Baltimore was able to recollect themselves. So yeah, Lamar has 53 regular season wins as starting quarterback, most all-time before turning 27 years old. So shout out to the Ravens for being able to close this out. Got the game done. That's exactly what you wanted to see. And Baltimore's going to get the 30-24 win. They're going to advance to 8-3. And right now, at the end of the day, it all comes down to Baltimore spending these next 10 days getting healthy. That's all it's about. Baltimore's got to spend these next 10 days getting healthy. That's all it comes down to, bro. Got to spend the next 10 days getting healthy. All right, guys. Ravens get the win. Ravens get the win at the end of the day. You got to be happy with what you saw. Ravens getting the win there is always great. I'm not going to lie, I'm really not impressed by our defense anymore. I mean, you feel free to feel however you feel. You know in this era, they're not about to put up 2,000 numbers consistently through 17 games. At the end of the day, guys are just going to have to show up and make plays when they need to make plays. That's all I'm asking for. Just show up and make plays when you need to make plays. That's just it. That's all I'm personally asking for. Just show up and not make plays. Show up and make stops when you need to. This was a relatively clean game. No one really came out of this making any huge situations there. But yeah, Baltimore gets the win, guys. Baltimore gets the win. And the best part about this, Baltimore gets the win. They regain some control here in the AFC North. And now they have 10 days to rest themselves and get themselves prepared for the Chargers. If you're John Harbaugh, please, I'm telling you, give these guys 5 days of rest. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Everyone hit the practice field on Wednesday to prepare for Sunday night. But everybody on this team needs 5 days to rest their body. Lamar, spend these next several days icing your ankle. Odell, get yourself together with that shoulder. Anybody else that's compromised, spend these next 5 days getting yourself healthy and taking care of your bodies. Because you'll play on Sunday night. As for Mark Andrews, I'll see you in the Rams game or Jacksonville. Either against the Rams or Jacksonville. Do not force Andrews to come back. We cannot afford that. Do not bring Andrews back early. That is the biggest piece of our offense. At the end of the day, you need Mark Andrews to be healthy. Today is November 16th. The next time he should be stepping on the field at a minimum is December 10th to play the Rams. Do not play him next week against the Chargers unless he is 100%. That's all I'm asking for. But we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, great win for the Ravens. They regained some control here. And now we can all sit back and watch Sunday knowing that the winner between the Browns and the Steelers doesn't automatically take the division from us. So that's good. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. He didn't tell Queen he's done for the season. That's funny. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. It's been crazy, crazy game. Glad we got the win. Definitely was a lot of nerves heading into this game on both sides. But Baltimore was able to get the 34-20 win. And it is what it is. I'm pretty sure he didn't say I'm finished. But, I mean, if he did say that, we'll see. I'm pretty sure he's not sitting there saying he's done for the season. Until I get a report that says he's out for the season, I'm not going to make that type of assumption. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. And with that being said, that is all I've got. And I'm out of here, man. Peace out.